He's in the top 10. I'm giving you that. I don't think you hear what I'm saying. He's not top 5. No.
Who's not top 5?
Aaron Rodgers is not top 5. Oh, please get your ass back here. No, don't walk away.
All right, what up? Welcome to the All Grind Sports Show, where we are politically incorrect. I go by the name of JC, and we got Super Bowl 57 in the books, man. What a great season, man. We got through the whole thing. This is our first full documented NFL season from top to bottom. So thank you to all my brothers for helping me out. And we're going to go ahead and recap, the highs and the lows and all that good spit in the grand finale. So we got my brother Marvin Coop back in the building for one. Welcome back, my guy.
And I want to give a thanks to all the people who reached out to me. My daughter is doing much better, and I appreciate y'all. So thank you all so much, and hopefully she can come home this weekend. So
yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Then we got my dog Isaiah Anthony of the Ant Hill Productions.
I ain't gonna say much, but
Here he
I ain't gonna say much. Mahomes surpassed Rodgers this weekend. That's what I'm gonna say. That's the open statement for me.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that.
You know, a big fuck you to Brett Favre. I always say a big fuck you to that boy.
Yes, sir.
And then we got one of my OGs, mentors, the Big Ragu back in the building.
Yes, sir.
Dog.
Hold on 1 second. Let me say this about Ragu, man. Dog,
this
I'm
your
a big
first
fan.
time filming together.
This is my first time with Ragu, my brother. I want to say it's a pleasure and it's an honor. I'm gonna have fun with this, but I also want to say to the Raiders, my condolences.
Hey,
I do love you, man.
He remembers when you did that to Gene.
I had to steal that from you, man. That's why I became a big fan of yours. But you're right, JC. That's when I became a big fan of you. I was like, my man right here is pure gold right here, boy.
Thank you, man. Yeah, appreciate it, Mark.
No problem.
Nice to be on with you, bro. Yeah, let's have some fun, man.
Let's get it.
All right, so let's just get straight to it. So Ragu pointed it out. The NFC niggas was hating on the AFC. AFC niggas was hating on the NFC. And the NFC niggas prospered. Me and Stormin got it right.
Yes, I did.
It ended up being a hell of a game, though. We had a classic on our hands. Definitely one of the greatest Super Bowls I can recall that I've personally seen.
Until we did
great performances from the start. The stars showed up. Everything you could ask for was there.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on, can we address the elephant in the room real quick?
What up?
So me and my man JC posted a video a couple weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say fuck you to all the Eagle fans who came in my inbox.
All you Eagles fans that was coming for
we really didn't flame y'all like that though. But we was just telling the truth. But now I want to say truly, fuck y'all.
This what happens when you play a real NFL.
This is what happens.
I knew niggas was finna do this. I said as soon as the game concluded, I'm gonna hop on this podcast Tuesday.
You know it. Hey, you called it.
Never niggas got time to record. I know at least one of them niggas is gonna be there to say this would happen when you play a real NFL team. So everybody else, all the other 16, 18 games in total that they ain't played no NFL team.
But hold on. Let's jump off that real quick.
They played one, but they ended up having fourth and fifth and sixth stringers and spit during the game, which was the Niners. So yeah, they played one.
But hold on,
real quick. Ended up being a hospital team.
Okay, but hold on, Isaiah. At least we can say the Rams ain't shit no more. We can finally crown a new Super Bowl champion. The wait is over, people.
Oh,
Y'all
we'll
don't gotta
be.
hear
Oh,
this
we'll
Ram
be
shit
back,
no
sir.
more.
No. Shut up.
It's a fresh start, nigga.
Shut up.
No more.
You can do that come draft time, nigga. Take the L's like the rest of us, nigga. Ain't none of us a fan of the Chiefs, so we all losers, nigga. Ain't no second place trophy in the NFL.
Trust me, on the prediction episode, I'm gonna be right back with the Rams gear and all that, nigga. Ain't nothing changed, nigga.
That's fine. But what you can't say is reigning Super Bowl champs. You can't say back to back.
No more.
You can't say guarantee. Nah, none of that. You can't say bring me. You can't say none of that. So you can say, I hope we get to the Super Bowl.
And you can't say 13 wins, 14 wins, none of that spit. So we
I was drinking too much sake. A little bit too much sake that day.
Marvin, I don't know if you've seen that spit.
That was the ceiling.
On the first day of the offseason.
It was always the ceiling, man. That wasn't like
Ragu. No. Ragu came and effed us up first. And then
I seen that one.
This nigga, they did some WWE spit. This nigga tagged Isaiah for the next week. He ain't even come. Isaiah came like, no, I got it from here, Ragu. Then he came and told us up the next week. Them niggas tag team.
Ragu was sounding like LeBron. We gonna win 17. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. But hold on.
Man, he did.
But just because, like I said before, I'm a big Ragu fan. I love you, brother. But what really made me kind of like stop listening to y'all was when Tyrell said that Baker Mayfield.
Oh, that Baker Drew Brees.
A Drew Brees career. That's what killed my spirit. I turned it off.
Well, hold on. Well, shit, we damn near helped him with his first game in a Rams uniform. Shit, we had him looking like Tom Brady in the fourth.
Wait a minute, time out. That don't count.
They did.
That don't count. Now.
I ain't gonna lie. That's the only time I recall being a true Baker fan was that week. Like I was Baker's #1 fan club that week. I was talking spit that week, boy.
That's some crazy shit, man. No.
And then it went back to normal after that. But I enjoyed it for that week, though.
Those 2 episodes was lit.
But all right, let's get to it, man. What's y'all takeaways from the game, man? I know the call is gonna be brought up and all of that. Like, what's everybody's thoughts on it? You know what I'm saying? Just give it to me.
It was a well-scripted movie.
Oh my God, here y'all niggas.
Good script. The script went crazy. I ain't gonna lie, the script went crazy. But
it was
for real.
It was a good script.
But go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
No, my fault, bro. I just want to say it was a good game. Both defenses been exposed for real. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't think they was.
You can't say the Chiefs defense got exposed when niggas didn't think they had defense to begin with. The Eagles was the defense everybody was talking about like that.
But remember when I also said sometimes the Chiefs defense can't come up in clutch moments though. You know, they defense always been questionable, but they come up in clutch moments. But just to be like, damn,
they didn't have to because once the ref made that call, they didn't even have to make a clutch stop.
Spagnolo is outstanding though, so he does more with less. Mm-hmm. And I think that really stood out. I was talking to JC earlier before we did the podcast. I think the staff in Kansas City really showed, experience shit in the big game.
Yeah,
and a couple of those plays was new wrinkles from Andy Reid. You could tell because that's how them boys was wide open like that. On some of them plays that they scored on. So my shout out is to fucking Kansas City, bro. They fuck them, but they're like the Eagles fan was like talking about the call, right?
Right.
Like me and JC was talking earlier. Well, the refs helped him get the punt return to get the ball all the way down there at the end. That was the refs' fault. It was the refs' fault that y'all didn't have any sacks. So man, the hats off to those dudes.
Hold on. Let me add to that, Ragu. Not only did you not have any sacks, you didn't have any sacks after having the third most ever in NFL history.
Look, bro, on the first play of the game, you can go back. They had Hassan Reddick over there negotiating a slot player. I'm like, oh no.
Big mistake.
This boy's supposed to be Russian. Period.
Right.
They got him over there. He trying to get a
defense though, Ragu. You see the way them boys was slipping and sliding, right?
Yeah.
So he probably said, "I'm gonna go cover somebody," instead of just like about to.
For them to do it right off from the beginning, Marvin makes me think that that's what they had schemed that, which I think was a total mistake, bro. You don't take guys that's coming off that blade and get them to thinking about like, okay, when I see this certain formation, I got to do this. Nah, you need that dude to just be coming off the edge. Have somebody else do that, whatever you think.
Exactly.
And then on a couple of other things like the added wrinkles, I just feel like they kind of got outcoached. And then the big fumble by Jalen, man. I mean, let's keep it 1,000. Wow.
Yeah, that's what people ain't talking about.
Momentum change.
He had a great game, but that was big.
Yeah. What did I say in the group chat? What would have happened if Jalen had not fumbled? He played. I said off camera before the podcast started. He played a great game. He played, bro, absolutely out of his fucking mind. But that one play. If you have to look back at one play, like I get the referees, the call and shit, but if you look back at one play, because they was gonna go up what looked like 21-7.
Yeah.
It was really looking kind of bad. It was
looking like the Eagles was
the Chiefs wasn't looking like they had no answer for that offense. Even at the end of the game, if they would have got that ball back, I wasn't confident that the Chiefs was going to stop them. That's probably why the Eagles is so mad they didn't get
Chris Jones was already on the sideline, a little upset at his.
I see that.
He was fussing with them boys. He was cussing them out.
Yeah. So it had got real right there for a minute for Kansas City, man, and that was if anything to point to, Isaiah is absolutely right. That was the game changer more so than that call at the end for sure. That was big. Yeah, and the punt return. I think that punt return was huge. Yeah.
Those two were the big plays that really swung the momentum back to Kansas City or gave them life again. Because like we said, it really looked like, damn, the Eagles is kind of pushing them around. Like, Kansas City scored, but it's looking like they could fuck around and get another stop. And then they were holding on to the football with their drives.
Right. Right.
That's the thing. That shit, they put on a show on how you beat them. If they hadn't fumbled that fucking football, we'd have a whole different conversation. But
I agree.
It is I definitely agree with that.
It is.
They was driving the ball 6 minutes, 7 minutes with the football, man. That's how that dude behind you, Isaiah, that's how you beat the dude. Yep. Keep his reps down. Keep them off the field.
What was it? He had the ball. Jalen Hurts in the Eagles offense had the ball 12 minutes more than the Chiefs.
Right.
That's like literally a recipe for a team. Like, fuck just Mahomes. That's beating any damn team, damn near.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think they had 9 first downs in the first quarter. Right.
I think in the first half, I think it said some shit like the Chiefs ran like 18, 19 plays and the Eagles have 17.
And they only had 13 minutes in the whole first half. The Chiefs did.
Yeah. So it's not that the Eagles played bad. It's just at certain key moments, the Chiefs executed and they did not. And then okay.
And the other Chiefs member in that picture helped them.
Yeah, let's talk about
it. If on top of that, and I don't like I said, even though I'm trying to flame the Eagles fans right now, it's still fuck y'all. But if that penalty had not happened, would have been 4th down, right?
Yeah.
With 2-something minutes
take
left,
the 3, and then the Eagles would have had a whole minute and a half to come down.
That would have been enough time, JC. That would have been enough time.
That's an eternity. Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's an eternity in football.
They had one or 2 timeouts. The Eagles did at that time.
Yeah, they probably would have had 1 or 2 timeouts.
They would have had 1 timeout left.
It would have been off of a pass, which would have been incomplete, stop the clock. So yeah, they would have 2 timeouts.
They would have had 2?
Yeah. Because they wouldn't have had to use the other one.
I feel like this is the Bengals game all over again. They ain't want that game to go to overtime.
Nah.
They don't want that game to go over.
I think the Bengals one was probably more flagrant than this one. This one, I ain't gonna lie, I'm on the same tip as you, Marvin. Like, it's still F you Eagles fans for coming for us, but I ain't gonna lie. When they called it, I was like, you can't do that. Not
no,
right.
You can't.
Even though he did hold him when they showed the replay, it just I've seen less.
For me,
I think real football people was like,
yeah, exactly.
I've seen more
than that. I've seen worse.
So let me ask everybody this. We all play sports, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And you all know, like, in your city, like, there was a certain referee, usually who ref each game. And you know how they usually call each game. And they're going to set that precedent early. Early in the game, they set the precedent that they was going to let these boys play. Because I saw that same type of fucking holding going on both sides.
Both sides.
So
all games.
At that
Chris
point,
Jones was getting hit. Oh my God.
But the thing is this, though,
we
didn't see y'all gonna call that small shit, but y'all can't call the interference or holding on Watkins.
And then my thing is the flag was late as hell. The flag was late as hell.
It did. But to be fair on that, Isaiah, on the late part, I think Mahomes threw it over there because he seen the hold.
He did.
Because if you think about it, like, he took a second, he held them, and then he threw it that way. So I don't think he was even really trying to pass to Juju. I think he wanted that call. And the ref,
you see him, but
you think about it, Chiefs fans would have been crying if they seen the replay and they like, oh, you didn't call that. But we would have been saying, like, well, you can't call that at that moment type split. But, like, I don't know. Like you said, it was on both sides. Like, I seen Chris Jones being held like 90% of the game, to be real.
Like I said, it was on both sides. They was letting them play.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So why in that moment? Oh,
well,
yeah.
You know why, nigga.
Let me get my screen time.
That's what I hate about it. I hate when it was called.
And then this son of a bitch on the left. Let me start with his fuck ass. You faking acting son of a bitch, boy. You deserve an Oscar for that show you put on with that ankle.
Oh, how he was all
hopping up and down and shit.
Like
Isaiah and Ragu, y'all can't be too mad because Thorman told y'all. He said 99.9%.
Because black and white's gonna help.
That on their back pocket.
Norman said that last week. Shout out to Stormy.
When you posted that last night, man, I couldn't do nothing but laugh.
Right. I
was like,
if you leave a 50-50 between Mahomes and somebody else, who you like? Are you kidding me? You're not getting that.
But like Ragu just said, when he got up, like, and then he went to the sideline and put his head on the trainer. I'm like, nigga, you was not hurt. Stop playing.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I love he did. I was like, damn, is he really effed up?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was up giving high fives at my Super Bowl party when he was doing that shit.
I started rolling, man.
I thought it was game. I thought this is game over, but I know that nigga ain't coming out this game, though. Ain't no way in hell.
Ain't no way in hell he coming out this game. But
he
like Isaiah said, man, get that man an Emmy, an Oscar, whatever the fuck you need to give him.
That was another conspiracy people was throwing out there. They might have gave that nigga something at halftime that ain't been approved yet.
Boy, you got that horse tranquilizer.
Listen to me.
Muscle relaxer. With
Isaiah, you played the game.
Isaiah, you played the game. Let's go.
Hey, he didn't limp now one more time after that. I know that.
Ragu, he was hopping up and down, pointing for them to throw the flag.
Let me get with y'all on this.
He could have dunked the fucking basketball.
Ragu, you played the game before, right?
Yes, sir.
JC, I know you played football too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah, I know you played football, right?
I played like some pop on it, yes.
So in college, I played for Kent State. They give you a shot to prednisone this shit. So yeah, they gave him something. They gave that man some type of steroid. I ain't gonna lie to you. They had to.
Yeah, they asked you if you cool with it. If you like it.
I know they was glad that defense was on the field.
I ain't never had to get no shot, but my mom has real bad back problems from being a nurse. I done seen they pull out that big needle like that, squirt it one time, and she'd be like this. After about 30 seconds, be like, okay, yeah, now I can work.
Hey, Marv, old man Snyder's over there shooting up kids in Kansas State.
Yo.
Not Barney Fife of coaching.
They listen.
Hey, I love Coach Snyder though, man.
I do too.
That's
Shout
a
out
great
to Coach
program
Snyder.
down there. He had going.
They do.
You look like you might have played with the kid from Seattle. You look like you about that old.
That motherfucker came out like Batista at the fucking WWE WrestleMania.
He did.
Ready to fucking
he was ready.
blast some shit. Man, Mahomes wasn't coming out that game. They talking about who is that big hit ass announcer at halftime talking about well, Chad Henne did play in that. Man, Chad Henne ain't coming in this fucking game.
No, he's not. He ain't gonna touch the field.
Speaking of Chad Henne, I'm glad you mentioned Chad Henne. And I don't want to go too far off on a tangent, bro, but I looked at his 60 touchdown, 63 interception career, and his tens of $1 million made. And I just say to myself, man, the brothers can't get them jobs. Like in the NFL, if you don't start, nigga, you can't play. You can't sit around and have a 60 touchdown, 63 interception career and hold a clipboard for most of your career and collect millions. That is designated for a certain kind of fellow. That's all I'm saying, man. And I'm not going to go too far into that, JC.
Yeah, I knew as soon as this game
63 interceptions. He's been in the league like 12, 13 years.
These niggas be school teachers and spit and get a call and be like, "Hey, can you come sit on the bench?"
Right. You get to have a retirement. He get to have a retirement with this kind of stats. If a brother had to have been out the league, it wouldn't even been no celebrated career like that. He would have just been a guy that didn't get called anymore. This guy gets to announce his retirement with them bum ass stats. Yeah. Man.
Hey, with 2 Super Bowl rings, right,
Isaiah, I had to say something, man. I had to say something.
He said with 2 rings, though.
With 2 rings, though.
With 2 rings, yeah.
Damn. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
He held the shit out that clipboard for them 2 rings, too.
He did.
He
did.
I'm with you, Ragu, though. I'm with you.
I'm with you too, Ragu. That's fine.
I'm just saying, all I remember is Charlie Batch. I don't even know if y'all remember that guy. He backed up Roethlisberger for a long time. Yeah. Other than that, man, if you are of a certain a hued skin tone, bro, you have to start or get your ass out the league.
Yes,
one of the two.
And I ain't seen Charlie.
And we can't even say Brissett because he be getting starting jobs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. In the meantime, it ain't like he just sat on the bench the whole time.
No,
yeah. And just like you said,
I talk a lot of shit about Brissett, but I'll stick up for him on that point. Fuck that. Hell no.
But Charlie Batch, same shit. 2 Super Bowl rings, 61 touchdowns, and 51 interceptions. Bad as fuck.
Yeah. I could take 61 and 56. My man had 60 tuds and 63 picks.
That's sad.
And he said he retired.
Guess what?
Hey, Ragu. Social media say, I retire. Man, get your bum ass out of here.
Hey, Ragu, in Bet 5, guess what they're going to remember him for? That one fuck-ass drive against
the Browns.
Buffalo?
Browns.
Yeah, whoever the fuck it was in the game when Mahomes went out with the injury. Yeah. That's all they're going to remember.
Yeah. Chad Henne. I'm just saying, man. Sometimes the brothers might can hang around, man, and carry a clipboard. What's wrong with it? All of them, are not starters. Just saying. It doesn't mean they should not have a place in the league at all. That's all I'm saying. Chase Daniel.
So Ragu, you had the score, if I'm not mistaken, at 23-14. At what point?
The score that I had it was at halftime. I laughed at myself.
At what point did you realize it's finna crack?
When the score was what I had called at halftime.
At halftime?
Yeah,
because I still didn't know. I wasn't 100%. Once the Eagles, first of all, I don't know why the Chiefs gave it to him, because I'm like, I was kind of scared of that. Like, you want to give the Eagles the ball first? All right. They came straight down and did what I thought they was gonna do. Now, when Mahomes came down and hit 87 3 times and got straight back in there, I was like, oh yeah, we in for a show.
All right, so now let me say this. I was satisfied with the Philly drive. I think they drove the ball about 6 minutes. They held the ball. Got a bunch of first down, bunch of chain movers. But at the function I was at, we all looked at each other as soon as KC scored and said, that was too easy, bro.
They knew who the ball was going to. It took them like a whole quarter and a half before I really see Gardner Johnson standing inside in front of Kelsey. Like, nah, nigga. Like, I'm watching you.
Hey,
and that's when Mahomes started hitting Juju.
They had Hassan Reddick splitting the difference between the slot and Kelsey, and then they were simply running Kelsey inside off the.
Ragu, that first Kelsey touchdown was a hell of an effing catch, though.
It was.
It was like over his head type. Like that was perfect.
It was a nice throw, and for them to know that Kelsey, everybody know that he wants to throw it to Kelsey. And for Kelsey to get all those catches on the first drive and score, I felt like they was in trouble. Kansas City just drove the football too easy to me, man.
It reminded me of what how we was just talking about last week. How the Bengals knew Cooper Kupp was finna get the effing ball every single play. And he's still getting the ball every single play. That's exactly what that looked like to me. Like, you know Kelsey is finna touch this damn ball. And y'all still
what's funny about that first touchdown?
He was wide open. Like, wide open.
Funny about that first touchdown, Slay had him. He just didn't follow him. I'm like, what the fuck was you thinking? What made you think that ball wasn't going to
Slay got ate up a few times.
Slay got ate up.
But Marv, didn't he motion inside? He motioned inside the outside guy. So now that switched.
He went to cover the other outside guy. He went to cover the other tight end, Ragu, not knowing. You really think I'm going to choose Noah Gray?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you notice, I don't know if y'all was paying attention, Juju, no receivers really caught the ball but Juju.
Yeah.
But Juju didn't even start doing that spit until after these niggas realized, like, okay, Kelsey's finna keep catching this ball.
Kelsey,
and that's when
Noah Gray
finding Juju. That was like,
he really didn't throw it to no receivers at all. That's how
KC is an interesting team in that way, bro, because you can have shutdown corners and it doesn't even matter, man, because they throwing that shit to the running back and the tight end and the slot all the damn time. So it's really tough to beat them.
It ain't like they got some scary receiver one that you got to game.
Yeah. In the NFL, you drafting corners, you drafting rush people to stop the pass. So they are nullifying that by throwing it quick, throwing screens, and not even throwing it to the outside. They throw it to the tight end all the goddamn time.
And Pacheco is actually giving them a run game.
They are.
Oh yeah, he's a pretty serious runner, and he got shit knocked out of him.
And he still got up and played.
It was a great game. Now that I'm running it back in my mind, because it was some hit.
I was just telling my partner, I was just saying, like, I think this was one of them games to where, like, we didn't really basket in yet, but some years from now we're gonna look back like, damn, like that was.
Hey, that dude number 23, that's who ran up on him, huh? The dude with the hyphenated name, Gardner somebody, right?
Gardner, Gardner.
Yep.
Yeah, he ran up on that dude on number 10, Pacheco, man. But then, like you said, he stayed in there, got the first on that next little swing out play that they threw. So
that's why I said, y'all like we ain't gonna see Edwards next year. Hilarious. No.
Nah. Well, he
with McKinnon and
ain't he on rookie deal still? Hilaire?
He might be.
The way them two balls.
He been lost that job. Once Pacheco came in the picture,
they gonna trade.
It was done.
Or Pacquiao, what JC called him a few weeks.
No, what I said was I said Pacquiao, whatever that nigga. I didn't know
I didn't know how to say his name either. But even when he was at Rutgers, JC, I didn't know how to say his name either. I was like, who's this dude? I'm like,
came out of nowhere. Chiefs always fighting them diamond in the rough type niggas, bro.
But he balled out at Rutgers though. I seen him at Rutgers. I remember when he was at Rutgers though. He's a solid back at Rutgers.
Even McKinnon, he's good for like they running backs that they use for the passing split. Like,
right.
I'm telling you, bro, that's all they do is throw to the running back, tight end, and the slot.
McKinnon kind of showed y'all that in San Francisco too. He knew what time it was when he lost to them in the Super Bowl in 2020. He knew what time it was.
They they are unique. They're gonna be tough to beat as long as they got 87 and 15, man. Oh, and Andy Reid down.
I didn't think that it was possible to where it was like, and this is why I'm seeing Kelsey going crazy, like nobody had us winning or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. I just didn't see two niggas being able to, like, as hard as a Super Bowl is to win, I didn't see two niggas being able to pull that off with a bunch of mid around it.
It's tough to double a tight end, man, because it takes away from your run fits, man, if you try to do that shit.
But it's more like three niggas.
But even at least with Brady and Gronk, they at least would have like a top 10 defense.
You can't take nothing from Andy Reid, man.
Nothing. He might be the best going right now, especially at calling them plays.
What's up, man?
I've been trying to ask y'all niggas a question for the last 6 minutes.
My fault.
So we all know that Mahomes is an all-time great quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2 questions, actually. Where does Mahomes now rank in all-time quarterbacks? And where does Andy Reid now rank for all-time coaches?
Ooh. That's a solid question.
Because he's led two pretty decent, really good. Well, this one isn't just decent. This one is great.
Andy Reid is like,
but he also
like said, he's building a dynasty right now. Like he's
like I said,
building his own little Patriots Belichick type thing right now.
Nah, it's not too early, bro.
I think they are.
You got five AFC championship appearances.
Right.
3 of those wins with 2 Super Bowl wins. It's a dynasty. It's a dynasty at this point.
So are you saying
at the very least the beginning of one? At the very least.
Yeah.
Okay, to answer your questions, top 5 or top 10? What do you want like the answer to be? Top 5 or top 10?
Wherever you have either of them ranked at now that they have this Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering what Andy Reid did, like y'all
said. Other than Brady, because nobody's had a resume like this in their first 5 years. No. You know that. But other than Brady, who else has a resume that's strong at all?
Joe Montana.
Nobody.
Joseph.
Who?
Joe Montana.
Joseph.
Montana. The dude. He can't be over Montana already now. I was about to say now.
I was just asking about the resume part. Who has a because he still got longevity stats he got a chasing split.
On the where he's at right now, you got a couple guys. Elway, Montana.
I got him over. I got him over Elway.
I'm just saying. As far as the Super Bowl,
Elway
and 4 appearances.
Elway lost 3 before Terrell Davis got there.
Yeah, but that's 5 AFC championships. That ends up being 5 AFC championships.
I'm disappointed in you. Why are you putting the Broncos quarterback in there?
I'm just keeping it 1,000, man. That's all.
I'm telling the whole Raider Nation on you.
The Raider Nation already know about this. They already know about this. We had a front row seat for most of that shit.
Yeah, he not over Joe. Joe got 4 Super rings.
Joe got 4.
MVP,
Tom is number 1.
2 MVPs.
Joe number 2. Because like the CC said, he's still playing and he got more time. I got to put him at number 3.
I feel like if you try to name more than 4 or 5 quarterbacks than Mahomes, you're probably gonna be reaching at that point.
Nah, because I think them two is technically really over.
Once you get to like 4 or 5, you're probably gonna be reaching.
Mahomes
so nobody has had the start that he's had.
Definitely.
Right.
We can say that. And then to answer your question about Andy Reid, man, I think he is a lot underrated when you think about all of the NFC championships that he went to.
Yeah, because he technically 2-2 in the Super Bowl.
So let me ask this: so Mahomes is now over Peyton Manning already?
Yes, to me, in my opinion. You know the reason why I say this, JC? Peyton Manning is a regular season quarterback, and I've been saying this for years. He could play good in the regular season, but when all them years it took for you to really get over the hump to win that Super Bowl with the Colts and the Broncos, and I technically don't give that one with the Broncos. Brock Osweiler won that one. Really.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like a lot of these quarterbacks, once they finally get that ring later on, that's when we put them in a certain ranking. And it's like Mahomes is doing it right now as the young guy, and he still got a resume that can bark with this.
Yeah, because think about it. 5 years, you pretty much got nearly 25,000 yards. 2 Super Bowls, 5 what? That's crazy.
I can't put him over Manning already, bro. I'm sorry.
I can't put Manning in there. Manning is
nigga, but you put him over Rodgers all easy. But you put him over
Rodgers is a regular season quarterback.
If you don't
know, Rodgers is a regular season quarterback.
Listen,
respect.
Rodgers is top 10.
I know it's the cool thing to hate on Rodgers, but like, come on now.
He's only won the NFC.
But listen, I'm just speaking straight facts, brother.
Mark. If we're gonna put that label on Peyton Manning, we gotta put that label on Rodgers. Come on now.
Yes. Hold on.
I'm just saying, like,
hell no.
Listen,
but with Rodgers, it's a foregone conclusion. He over that nigga.
So Peyton Manning, before that last one that he got carried to by his defense, Peyton Manning went to 3 Super Bowls. 3. Granted, he lost 2 of them. Rodgers only been to 1 of them bitches. 1. And every other year he's choked. I don't want to hear that. Nah.
Listen.
Hell no.
And he got
listen here. Hold on.
Hell no.
And 4 MVP in the meanwhile.
No, the thing is this.
Don't count for nothing.
Regular season. That's what we said.
Yeah, just a regular season. But like I said before, Isaiah, Ragu, JC.
But you could say the same for Peyton.
I said, if you
listen to me. Hold on. Time out. You just clearly said he's been the 3. Rodgers been the 1. Rodgers get great value. Peyton get Kellogg's. He's the real brand. Rodgers is an off-brand. Fuck that. It's just like, all right, Isaiah about to get mad. And I'm about to jump to NBA. Jokic is the Aaron Rodgers of the NBA. All these MVPs, regular NBA seasons, but you can't do shit in the playoffs.
Oh, wow. That was fine.
I'm just saying, that's how, because I watched that shit last week about the James Harden shit. I was like, no, that shit wrong. It's wrong. But like I said, Isaiah, you my boy, I love you, but you gotta put a different label on Rodgers.
I just don't. If y'all want to put Mahomes over Rodgers or whatever, that's fine. How the argument. I just like how with Peyton Manning, everybody wanted to take a second, like, oh, I don't know.
But wait a minute.
Then when Rodgers came up, niggas acted like
they both top 10. Like they just not top 5.
It's the one Super Bowl appearance from Rodgers that kills it, bro.
No,
and he's been there. He's been there, went home field and everything, and just could not get it done.
He beat my Steelers, so fuck that Super Bowl. That don't count. I'm just talking shit. Like I said, a win's a win, but what has he done?
I'm just saying, when that nigga Rodgers came up, y'all act like we was just talking about like Carson Palmer or something. Like,
I thought about it for a second.
I ain't gonna put him in the class with Carson Palmer. Hell no.
Easy on Carson Palmer, man.
I will never put him in the same boat.
Trojan fan here, man. Go easy.
You got 4. How many MVPs you got?
Who? You got 4.
4?
Yeah.
Rodgers.
And how many NFC games? Championships you got?
1.
You came to the league in 2000 when? 9?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Add that up, Jason. 14 years. 1 NFC championship.
No, he won in 2011, right?
No, my bad. Yeah, that was 2011. My bad.
So two NFC.
He was supposed to go in 2009.
But they didn't.
Hell, he was supposed to go in 21.
And 20.
Okay.
And 14.
Keyword, fellas. Supposed to.
18.
He didn't go. So he got 2 NFC championships,
Okay,
right?
all I'm asking is, can y'all
You lost.
Rodgers,
You won one and lost one, right?
all I'm asking is,
all I'm saying is, JC,
I'll just
14 years. 14 years, and you get 1 ring out of that.
but he did get a ring though. Y'all act like the nigga never won.
And I applaud him.
Like now
He
1 ring is equivalent to 0.
But he's in the top 10, and I give him that.
Hold on. Fuck that. You act like we talking about scrubs and shit. No, we ain't comparing him to fucking scrubs. We comparing him to
that's you comparing him. I'm not comparing him to no Carson or none of that shit like that. I'm not really saying he's not great. He's in the top 10. I'm giving you that. I don't think you hear what I'm saying. He's not top 5. No.
Who's not top 5?
Aaron Rodgers is not top 5. Oh, please get your ass back here. No, don't walk away. Don't walk away. What's he walking away from?
I take Joe Montana over him. I take Tom Brady over him. I take Mahomes over him. I take Peyton Manning over him.
But here's the thing, though.
Young over him. I take Ben Roethlisberger in the playoffs over him.
Here's the thing, y'all.
Breeze.
Listen.
Him and Breeze the same fucking thing.
That's what I'm trying to tell him. And I think it's just because he's really a big fan of Rodgers. I'm not hating on him. He's okay, but he is not top 5. He's not. If you want to get technical, and I'm really not saying this on the bias standpoint, yeah, thank you. Bring your ass.
I'm
back.
Nah. We all for Rodgers, bro.
No,
I
know
his
his thing.
Aaron Rodgers hate club,
No.
Facebook club, whatever. Y'all niggas don't like that page.
No, buddy. No.
Like now we just being ridiculous at this point.
How's we being ridiculous?
He might be around 5.
How is he being? He's what?
He's 5 to 7, probably.
So Peyton Manning gets to win 1 ring and get carried to another, and we all gotta hesitate with him. But Aaron Rodgers wins the only Super Bowl he went to.
Once again,
niggas just
I'm
went
not
right
putting him in
over.
the top
Oh
5
yeah, no,
either.
he's for sure over him. Like
So,
come on, y'all not even trying to hide the bias.
Fuck that.
Y'all not even trying to hide it.
You'd rather lose with the number 1 seed in the second fucking round than lose in the Super Bowl.
How do you get the number 1 seed, Isaiah? How do you get the number 1? How do you get the number 1 seed?
Regular season play.
All them heroics, right?
What are we talking about?
Y'all niggas act
What
like
are we talking about? Nobody is taking nothing from Rodgers. He's not. I'm just saying, and nobody's putting Peyton in the top 5.
No.
Before Peyton Manning got carried by the Denver, the niggas had the same amount of rings.
When he
got carried by
Aaron Rodgers can still get
So where was Denver? No, hold on. Let's talk about it. Where was Denver before Peyton Manning got there? Huh?
Nowhere.
We talking about that season, Isaiah.
That's who they had.
That nigga was terrible. He was terrible, Isaiah.
He was terrible. He was terrible when he first got there. When he led.
No, not that first year. No, not that.
So him leading them to the Super Bowl with Demaryius Thomas or what? Eric Decker. I think it was Danny Amendola had them boys going to the Pro Bowl. But rest in peace, Demaryius Thomas too. But we gonna sit here and say, oh, that don't matter because he lost to one of the best defenses of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he got his ass blown out, that was embarrassing. Don't get me wrong, it was embarrassing.
That's what you're doing to Rodgers, though.
That's what I'm doing. Rodgers has only been the one, nigga. I'm comparing him to other top 10 quarterbacks. Not some scrubs, not bottom 50, other top 10 quarterbacks. Bro, he not getting in top 5. No,
he's not getting in the top. He's not getting in no top 5.
You can go sell that dream to somebody else.
Not firmly with your chest. You cannot firmly with your chest name 5 quarterbacks better than him all time, bro.
Peyton Manning.
Without hating
Peyton Manning, Steve Young, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana. Look at me like you crazy. Look at me. The reason why Patrick Mahomes doing what he doing is because you have Steve Young, my nigga. Fuck is you mean? What do you mean? Come on now. Fran Tarkenton? I take Fran Tarkenton over Aaron Rodgers.
And y'all telling me that's not hate right there?
But
if you're gonna take Fran Tarkenton, then you gotta take Jim Kelly as well.
Shit,
I ain't gonna go that far. I'm not gonna go that far.
Yeah, you might just keep reaching, bro. Like you might as well. Why stop there? Keep going.
See, hold on. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Okay,
you talk about we don't listen. You not listening either. I understand you like the man. And I told you millions of times I'm not hating on this bitch ass nigga. I'm not. But the bitch nigga you talking about somebody carrying somebody to defense? Green Bay carried his ass too. The number one cornerback in Charles Woodson. 2 heavy linebackers, AJ Hawk and Clay Matthews. And the number one fucking defensive line in the league. And they didn't carry Rodgers in 2010 to the Super Bowl? They didn't? You mean to tell me that nigga really had
carried would imply that he didn't do his job. He didn't do A+ on his job too. Okay. That's what carried is.
Okay. So let me get this straight.
When the Broncos went there, Peyton Manning was like a C.
Well, and that's what I told you. That was more Brock Osweiler's wins. I credit that to Brock Osweiler. And I agree with you on that.
To that second Super Bowl.
Because Peyton Manning really didn't come into the playoffs. And that's what I'm saying. I agree with you on that one. But he clearly won the Colts one by himself. Yes, he did.
For sure.
But all I'm saying is the California boy.
And I've always said that. I was always saying it was about time somebody carried Peyton Manning because he carried the Colts for so many years. I was saying that.
But Rodgers, fuck Aaron Rodgers, man. Listen. 2010, 3,900 yards, 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. I'm not saying he didn't do his job, JC. All I'm saying is that you really had a strong defense to help you. And for you to sit here and say that about
Super Bowl
Peyton
team
Manning,
didn't have a strong defense, Marvin?
Huh?
What Super Bowl team won didn't have a strong defense other than this one right here?
What team didn't have a strong defense? I mean, everybody has a strong defense, JC. That's how they get to the Super Bowl. That's your argument.
You're talking about teams that won. Like they all had a strong defense, but you tried to say he was on the same level as 2016 Peyton Manning in 2010. And that wasn't the case.
2016 Peyton Manning.
Or 2015, whatever the year that they won. Wasn't that 2016?
No.
15.
15?
Well, the Super Bowl was in 2016.
15.
Yo, bum ass.
The Super Bowl was in 2016. I distinctly remember watching that.
Yo, Falcons and the Patriots 2016.
I'm talking about the actual year that it was. It was the Super Bowl happened in 2016.
Okay. But like I said before, but this is your argument, though, saying that he got carried by the defense. Peyton Manning got carried by the defense, right?
Correct.
Okay. So Rodgers got carried by the defense, too. So what's the problem here? Why are you shaking your head?
Rodgers was better. Rodgers was better at that time than Peyton Manning was at that time.
My point being is, my nigga, if you want to line the shit up, say fuck that Super Bowl. Let's say fuck that Super Bowl. He ain't even win that Super Bowl. Fuck it. I'll give you that shit. He still has more MVPs than that nigga. He still has more conference championships than that nigga. He still has more Super Bowls than that nigga. What are we talking about?
I mean, I never said Rodgers was head and shoulders over Peyton Manning. But my issue was
he's not better than Peyton Manning. There's no argument.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to explain.
You know what he's doing right now? You know why Peyton Manning is better than him? You know why Peyton Manning got more Super Bowls than him, even though he's considered a regular season quarterback? You know why? Because he don't do fuck shit in the offseason, like go sit in fucking Nebraska on hallucinogenics in a dark house talking about some, I'll find out what team I'll go to now. You do this shit.
You're explaining the reasons you don't like him. You're not explaining the reason why he's not a top 5 quarterback.
You know why? You know why you don't perform in the playoffs year in and year out, bro? This shit happens every fucking time, and y'all find excuses for this nigga every fucking time. He has number 1 seed, home field advantage, has a well enough team to get the job done, and then he fails, bro. Nah, hell no. He is James Harden. He's
definitely not James Harden. Definitely not.
That's what he is. He is James Harden.
Definitely not James Harden.
He is James Harden with one ring. He's James Harden, and James Harden ain't choke against the Warriors in 2018.
No. Like I said, that nigga's Giannis, bro. He's Giannis.
Yeah. He's what?
He's Giannis, nigga. He's more Giannis than James Harden.
All I'm saying is,
we dead ass.
Same state and everything. Perfect combination.
Yeah. Wrong. Wrong. Allow me wrong. But it's okay.
No, it's not okay. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. It's not okay. Oh, it's not.
Let him live in his deluded state.
But here's the and like I said, like I said before, I'm not taking nothing from the bitch. He got one. And I'm proud of the faggot ass nigga for it. He okay. That's cool. I'm proud of him for it. And fuck Peyton Manning too. Because he's a regular season quarterback. He's just
let me ask y'all one more thing before we move off of this. So let's say Rodgers goes to another team, balls out, gets another one. Then what?
Okay. Catch that bitch. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like let's say he goes to the Niners or something. And ends up the Niners and he balls. Then
so he had to go link up with the Avengers.
Look, you still gonna take it from him. So you still gonna take it from him.
He had to go link up with the Avengers and shit to finally go get a ring.
That's crazy. The Avengers that can't find a quarterback to save their life.
I know one thing. If he signed with the Raiders, we gotta immediately do a show, JC. Immediately.
I hope he do, and I hope he win one in the black and silver just to see what Isaiah got to say then.
Hey, look here. I will personally go apologize.
We're not apologizing.
Because how many? That'll be Super Bowl number 4, right? So
you better not apologize.
I'll go buy him 4 dozens of roses. And go to his property, place him outside with an apology.
You better not apologize to that nigga.
Sincerely. From Same
You better not apologize.
Because if he get us a Super Bowl, I'll wash his car for a year. How about that?
No.
For a year.
No.
I'm saving this clip.
I know. Yeah. He I was gonna talk shit about Rodgers, but I
noticed you got a little quiet there because you got to wait a second.
Yeah, I reserved judgment because he just might put on the silver and black, and
he might link up with Adams again.
Yeah, I don't want to have to eat my words, so I will welcome a veteran quarterback of his stature. And honestly, man, you need somebody in late January on that last weekend of the season if you're blessed enough to make it there to win that game, man, and then to try to win the big one too. I'm convinced, man. Besides Mahomes, when he was a young guy, he's no longer that young guy anymore. You just got to have that quarterback is just going to be, he's got that mentality of just like the last man standing type of mentality, man, because that's how it's that tough in the NFL. It's a lot of parity. Teams are going, games are going overtime a lot. Most of the games are won in the fourth quarter. And then when you get down to them championship Sundays, it's usually cold unless you play in an indoor somewhere. And then that factors into being able to get that game to be at your place if you play indoors. So man, it's hard. That shit is tough to win the NFL. The Super Bowl is hard, bro. So I probably would welcome a guy like Rodgers to make a run right now with the team that we may be able to put together on D. We need work on D. Hopefully we can put that work in. Maybe get somebody like Rodgers, and make a run.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, D and JC gonna be mad at me, but fuck that, man. Until the Raiders prove to me that they can put a confident team together, and Josh McDaniels proves to me that he can go a full season without his head stuck in his fucking ass, I have no faith that they'll do the right thing. I'm sorry. I'm just so fucking tired of this fucking shit. It don't make no fucking sense.
I'm with you.
It's been 20 fucking years. I've been going
2.0.
20 years.
There is no Josh McDaniels the verdict is still very much out on him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That like it's just all the blown leads this past season like really pissed me off to the point like it was some Raider shit, but like that was some unbelievable Raider shit that I just saw from them to do that this season. I'm done, man. But until they prove to me, I ain't got no faith in these niggas, man.
So they saying that he audibled out of some of McDaniel's shit. Carr audibled out of some of McDaniel's shit against Seattle. I just heard that today. I didn't even know that had happened. And it's basically like threw a temper tantrum after that. So yeah, this dude, man, the verdict is still out on him. So we don't know if he's gonna even be the coach to do it. And then they got the GM that they brought with him as his friend. So he ain't even gonna want to fire him if he have to.
Unless it come down to his fit.
I will say though, the GM I'm not too upset with. So far, he's done his job. He's brought in talent. Like he made the big trade for Adams. As soon as he came through the door, he was aggressive. Even though Chandler Jones ain't work out, you tried to make moves to better this roster. In the draft so far, I like the two kids that they got on the offensive line, and to have all them late picks, you got some good value. So this year, I really want to see what he does with the picks that we have now. When you got a real first round pick, I want to see
how you evaluate. Speaking of the O-line, Isaiah, that was one of the things they got criticized about, was not addressing that right tackle position. But I really think that they was going to let Brandon Parker play there, man, until he went out late in the preseason, then missed the entire season. So I think that kind of messed up they plans and made them look a little bit incompetent by having Thayer Mumford and Illuminor, over there starting. They switching on and off at right tackle. So I'm, like you said, I'm looking forward to them drafting a lineman. And I don't know about y'all, man, but I am ready for the Raiders to have that guy inside, like Chris Jones, like Hargraves, like Deron Payne. We just have never, I ain't gonna say never. There was a time when we had Howie Long, guys like that.
What you mean? You Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp was really funny. Warren Sapp was still
hold on. Warren Sapp really don't count. He was out his prime when he kind of came.
Yeah, I'm messing with him.
He was out there stealing money, like he said.
So I'm ready for them to even if it's in the draft, man, to go ahead and draft that juggernaut inside. That's gonna free up Max, and they're gonna bring back Chandler Jones because he got a guaranteed contract, so he'll be back too. So I'll be interested to see the Raiders go all in on somebody inside right there. And if you notice, all of the Super Bowl teams have a guy there. All of them.
Let me see.
They all do. You got to get.
That's true.
You got to disrupt the pocket. That, like,
what the Patriots have? 19.
You said what?
And the defensive tackle spot?
Yeah.
Shit, who did that?
I have to go back and look at their roster, but they always had a guy right there. That was a mainstay for them.
I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember nobody solid being there. Not in the 2018, because like I said, Rams still had McDonald in there. The young.
That nigga said McDonald.
We remember the Will Forks and Richard Seymour.
What's his name?
Don't disrespect my nigga like that.
Shut up, nigga.
Nigga said McDonald. Old McDonald had a farm, nigga.
No. See, look at this shit, man. You nitpick too much for me.
Hey, I got an addition to Isaiah's question, too.
Mm-hmm.
If Mahomes retires right now, is he a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Right now, doesn't play another game.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't give a fuck. Yes.
Yes.
So 5 years.
I don't give a
It's
fuck.
him first ballot Hall of Fame right now.
That would be the greatest first 5 years that we've ever seen.
So you're saying if there was ever a time where you do something like that, it's
yes.
Okay.
Agreed. Yes. I agree. Yes.
Because people do bring that, like Terrell Davis got in for 7 years. So
and I think Gail and Lynn Swan, Gail Sears and Lynn Swan were, similar players. They didn't play a long time. So
not only are y'all giving him Hall of Fame, he's first ballot right now.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
No hesitation, yes.
That's high praise.
This dude
Andy Reid.
But like as a Raider fan, like, bro, it's the biggest compliment to an opponent for us to be like, bro, fuck you. Like you or something. I legit hate your guts. Because that means like, bro, you're a pain in my fucking ass so much that I respect your talents that much that I gotta say, fuck you. Right. And like, bro, I'm pissed that I'm gonna have to deal with this.
That's how, as a Laker fan, that's how I always felt about Tim Duncan.
Bro, you realize I gotta deal with this shit.
Definitely in that 99 season.
At the minimum, 10 more years at the minimum. And that's if he don't play as long as Brady and shit. That 10 years. I told y'all that shit gonna run through there as long as they got that motherfucker.
He did say that.
I said they might not get there every single time, but they gonna be in the mix. Damn it.
Yeah.
You knew you were one of the few that felt the drop off wasn't gonna be as bad as people were saying it was.
See, like what Travis Kelce was saying last night. He was talking all that shit, talking about everybody counted this out, nigga. I didn't. You can't fool me.
I can say I was thinking. I was like, yeah, Isaiah was not falling for that.
What that means? Say you can't fool me. I'm familiar with your game. I'm familiar with your game.
No, he right though. It was even some they had whole some headlines in the media at the time of if these niggas would make the playoffs. Not if they would make the Super Bowl again. There was questions if they would make the playoffs.
I told you they was smoking dick.
Now that was just.
But hold on 1 second. Why would they think the Chiefs would not make the playoffs though?
Yeah, that's just.
Nigga, did you see that receiver core last night?
Because of all the upgrades.
I mean, I understand that, but still, but what makes them think that the Chiefs wasn't gonna make
that's borderline, and y'all might disagree with me heavily, especially Isaiah. That receiver core is borderline like Giants type.
It worse than the Giants.
Damn near that bad.
It's very bad.
You know what I'm saying? So I can see why somebody would have the possible thought. Now, did I think that? I felt they didn't think they was.
The reason why to me, it's not.
One of the Giants came over here.
The reason why
I felt like Tyreek Hill made them overkill, and I felt like him leaving neutralized them. That's what I felt. Right. I felt that now they're human. Now people have a chance. That's what I felt.
But the thing is this, though. Who in the hell in the division was going to stop them, though? That's what I'm saying. Like, what made them think that the Chiefs
I personally thought the Chargers. I thought the Chargers was going to These niggas thought the Raiders. Or they thought, well, Isaiah didn't thought it would be the Raiders or Chiefs, but yeah.
The Chargers.
I thought the Chargers on paper it looked good. It looked real good on paper.
I told you about them.
My thing is,
they went to the playoffs.
For me, when I looked at this all season, when I looked at they receiving core, they started off with Juju and they had Marquez Valdes-Scantling and McCole Hardman.
Right.
I was like,
bro, that's laughable, bro. Just you.
I laughed at that.
Hold on. Like I told y'all, I don't give a fuck what you hollering about. Travis Kelce is wide receiver 1.
Oh, exactly. Okay, here you go.
You can miss me that shit, JC. So I was like, okay, right there, you good. I said Juju can work out in that number 2 role as long as they got focus on Kelce because they did. He worked out with AB. And Marquez will be fine.
But there is something to be said about the wideout number 1 and the tight end number 1.
Hold on. Let me finish. And I said with Marquez, Aaron Rodgers was able to get at least something out of him. I didn't think he would have. he would get like 1,000 yards and nothing like that, but he was able to get something out of him, you know? I did not expect what Mahomes did this season. I'm not going to lie. That shit was amazing. For him to have the most total yards in the NFL, that shit was crazy. I did not expect that with this receiving corps. When they traded for Kadarius Toney, I'm a Gators fan. I knew if anybody could unlock that potential that he had back with the Gators, because we called him the human joystick, and you saw it on that punt return. If anybody can unlock that, it's Andy Reid, because you saw it all second half.
His first touchdown there.
Man, he had the boys moving in motion and shit.
Oh, number 19?
Yeah.
When they made for that trade, I said, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Now they definitely gonna fuck around and make a run because he's not as fast as Tyreek, but he's elusive. He can make people miss. He's quick." So I was like,
but so is Harden.
That's the guy that returned the punt.
Hardeman is just fast. He's just got straight peak speed. He's run straight.
He been hurt too, so.
Kadarius Toney is not as fast as Hardeman. He's still fast, but he has that quickness to change direction like a Tyreek, even though he's not as fast as Tyreek. He's still not as
Tony quick. Also ran the kick return?
Yeah, he ran the punt
return.
Yeah, he ran that punt return back.
Hey, man, that dude, man.
And the Giants basically just got rid of him for nothing. Like, they just lost him in the middle of the season.
Because they never utilized him the correct way. Like I said, as soon as he got there to KC, I said, "Oh, next year, oh yeah, you're gonna see that same explosiveness that you saw that they had with Tyreek."
Now, to be fair, Isaiah, I do remember telling you that I thought Juju would do cool just because it was Mahomes. I do remember saying that.
I thought he would do just fine.
I only thought, but so much though, because like you said, he did ball with AB, but it's different with AB than Kelsey because AB's getting your number one DB. Kelsey's not. You know what I'm saying? Which means Juju's getting the number one DB still.
For me, it was like
this was gonna be the difference as far as like how loose he gets. Like
to me, it's like this. With the thing that makes the Chiefs dangerous, it's like, yeah, you got your number one DB on Juju, but then like he light up Kelsey for 5 straight plays. So then your DB start falling asleep. Then you start kind of trying to play a zone. So then your DB start drifting over closer to Kelsey.
Trying to, yeah.
Now he start finding Juju in these holes and Marquez Valdez and dumping it.
That's exactly what happened last night.
It happens every single time. That's what, like, bro, Andy Reid need to get his flowers, bro. I give him his flowers.
Yeah, I agree. He coached a brilliant game.
Because if the Chiefs have a bad coach, this run don't go the way it do. So I agree.
Hell no.
Hell no.
I think Andy Reid should get as much credit as Mahomes does.
Absolutely.
He should. Absolutely.
Like I told y'all, bro, think about this. Imagine, like I told y'all at the top of this show, because like I'll get to that in a second right after I say this. But Lamar's receivers don't get separation. And then on top of that, his OC does not do a good job of scheming them open. Not only does
but he got Mark Andrews.
Boy, you testing me. You almost made me lose.
No. He want to do the Kelsey number one split. So
hold on.
He got Mark Andrews.
Nigga, you want to talk? Like I said, I'll get to it in a second. But like I said, in the second half, the adjustments that Andy Reid made to have all them moving in motion, Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, specifically some of the fastest players on the team. He had Slay pointing this way, and then Tony running back the other way. But where you going? That's your man. But they was worried about Kelsey because he right there in front of them.
I haven't seen Slay look like that all season. Like that specific play, I have not seen that all season. Slay been locking up number one niggas, like clamp down.
That was 5 years he's been doing that.
People don't understand, bro. People saying they got exposed last night and shit. Bro, it's the fact, bro. That whole first half, did they not play a good first half? They only gave 7 points up in the first half.
They played a damn good first half. Second half is when the Chiefs really got going.
Right.
It is Andy Reid who makes adjustments at halftime, and all the adjustments that he makes to say, okay, this is what they running. Here's how I'm finna counter that. Oh, they counted me. I got another counter for that. This motherfucker be playing chess. He don't give a fuck if he down 21 and a half because he know, all right, Mahomes, go get me 20 points in 7 minutes. All right, we back in the game.
All right.
So he, as a coach, last night, what I saw, even in the first half, as a Raider fan that has got a good view of this shit for the last however long they've been there, he has some, wrinkles off the tendencies. You know what I'm saying? So he showed tendencies to get here in the playoffs toward the end of the season. And then with 2 weeks to get ready for this game, he, got some plays going with the same exact action and did other things out of it, man. And Philly was not ready for that shit. And my hat's off to them. So that's why I say Andy Reid should get as much credit as Mahomes does for the run that they're on. Because, man, it's tough trying to stop them, bro.
The fucking Andy Reid, dog. Y'all remember Water Boy?
Yeah.
When the coach had his little gold notebook and shit. And then at halftime, they tightened his ass up and was like, don't be scared of his ass no more. And he started drawing up shit at halftime. Yeah. That's fucking Andy Reid. That's Andy Reid. That's Andy Reid.
Yeah. So to tag off of what Ragu kind of said, what do y'all think if anything at all, what do y'all think the Eagles need to do this offseason?
Run it back?
Run it back,
Run it back, huh? That's it.
That's it.
Secure everybody who need to be secured, and run it back. I mean, you got to
I heard Shannon say about Jalen. He gonna get in the lab.
They do still got the top 10 pick. I forgot.
Jalen gonna come out better. They might even want to trade back and get some more picks. But,
and what the hell they gonna get?
I feel like in a way they needed that type of game. Like they needed that. And that's like, even though me and Marvin was being funny about the easy schedule and all of that, that's all we was really saying. Like that type of split ends up mattering as far as that having that type of game. So where when you get to that point in the playoffs, you've been here before type split. And I don't think as a collective group they had. I mean, not many people have had to experience that Andy Reid, Mahomes type of scheming, but you know what I'm saying? Like they hadn't seen nothing like that yet. So you know what I'm saying? It caught them off guard. But I think if you run that game back right now, they probably get them.
Oh hell yeah. It's back to back, especially in the NFL.
Back to your question.
Sirianni and Gannon. Is that Gannon is the decor there in Philly?
He is.
You basically had just two rookie coordinators, coaches versus the veteran staff. That's been there. They've been there 5.
They've been gelling together for 5 years.
Hold on.
And this is their third Super Bowl together. So it's show, bro. It's hard. The NFL is hard, bro. I'm telling you.
Like we said, let's keep it above. Outside of that penalty in that fucking fumble, the Eagles bro. They played that game exactly like
anybody else. The Eagles win that game. Any other team in the NFL,
exactly.
Bro, that shit.
They still put up 35.
To have the ball 12 more minutes, I think they ran like 23 more plays than the Chiefs. Put up 35 points, bro. There's no way you gonna sit here and tell me that they played a bad game and there needs to be drastic changes.
Bro, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I told you, if the Chiefs end up taking that 3 with 90 seconds left and the Eagles have the ball, I feel like the Eagles come down there and not just tie it up. I think they score. And
they would score.
It's not that much.
Because like you said,
I don't think the Chiefs had no answer for them.
Hell no.
They just went down and got the 2-point conversion. Like you said, they usually be coming up in clutch moments. The Chiefs will usually get a stop in those moments.
Yep.
But to answer your question, JC, what do they need? They don't need nothing. They complete. That's what I'm saying. Well,
so that draft pick is a bonus.
What will you draft? Like, what would you draft though?
Like D said, you might as well trade back a few spots and get a couple extra.
That's what I do.
Rounders and shit.
Get some depth. Yeah, get some depth.
Like Pat Riley said,
just in case of an injury, something like that.
Yeah,
I keep them niggas, man. Don't do nothing.
Fletcher Cox is getting a little long in the tooth.
What about does Miles Sanders need to be paid? What's his situation?
I think Miles still under rookie, right?
I think they should hold on to him too.
No, he gotta be paid. He gotta be paid now because he on the same time table.
What about number 14?
Gainwell?
Gainwell, I think on the rookie too.
Gainwell been there for a minute though, hasn't he? He might be
on the rookie too. I think this is a third year. This is only his third year, so
they might, they could address some, get a project or two.
I think Ragu, all three of them is still on their contracts. They really can't go nowhere.
What do you need to do? What do you really need to do?
Bro, I firmly believe that Jalen will be back. Like I said, as a Gator fan, I've had a close view of Jalen for some time now. He started off at Alabama, as everybody knows, and kind of got his job taken by Tua. And after that, he didn't really pout. He didn't pout at the game. He was happy for Tua. He talked them up even in the interview. Like, even though people tried to play them against each other, he talked them up in the interview. And even though he saw that he kind of lost out on that competition, he went to Oklahoma and, to me, got better as a passer. The passer that you see now, that Jalen Hurts that you see now was not developed by Saban. That cool, calm demeanor, maybe, but like Jalen has always taken shit in stride and every time come out better on the other side. Like we said in the earlier before this year, some Eagle fans weren't even sure if Jalen should keep on being the Eagles quarterback.
I was just talking to my boy about that.
This, like I told you, this needs to be the year that he proves that he got it together, and he proved that he got it together.
And let me piggyback off that, Isaiah, because there's somebody else in the midst of everybody we talking about that I feel like ain't getting their flowers, and that's AJ Brown.
Oh, fuck yes.
The fact that he rejuvenated Tannehill the way he did, and like you just said, Jalen, we didn't even know if he was going to be the starter by the end of the season, and he done turned him into basically a bona fide top 5 quarterback right now in the Super Bowl. Like, people are not talking about the impact, the impact he's had on Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith had quite a few duds last year, and because he got AJ Brown now, he's been able to really blossom into who he really is, who I felt he could be. He was one of my.
Both of them had 1,000 yards too. That's crazy.
So, like, I think AJ Brown, like, we need to start. He's been underrated too long. We need to start having that top 5 with all them same top niggas. Like Justin Jefferson, he don't make Kirk Cousins look no different, and niggas is calling him the by far best receiver in the league right now. But AJ Brown really elevates his quarterbacks everywhere he goes. So I think we should start having a different conversation about him too.
To me, he was already in that top 5.
So I heard Devontae. I read a tweet that Devontae said a few days back, maybe last week by now, and that's about receivers in the National Football League now. He said, I'm gonna stay away from the top 5 conversations, man. It's too many ballers.
Right.
Yeah, but how many?
Soon as you count 5 dudes, you leave a dude or 2 out, and
that's facts.
There's a definite argument for it. So there's
a small percentage of them that actually elevate their quarterbacks level though. Like the way you see AJ just do. We just seen him do that with 2 different dudes that was on their way out.
So let me ask you this. So
National Football League is hard.
I'm finna name him. Devontae Adams got an argument for top 5, correct?
For sure.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp got an argument for top 5, correct?
For sure.
He does.
Chase got an argument for top 5, correct?
He certainly does.
Jamar Chase?
Yes.
Chase don't?
No, I didn't hear who you said.
The first two you said is, to me, without question, top 5. Jamar Chase, I got to stop on that.
I'll say, yeah, Jamar Chase.
He been injured, though. I can say he could be a top 5. I can say he could be a top 5.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going, Isaiah.
Okay. Justin Jefferson, arguably top 5.
Absolutely.
Stephon Diggs, is he arguably top 5?
Absolutely. Without question. Go.
So at this point, I already done named 6 guys, and I could keep on fucking going. I haven't even named AJ Brown.
You didn't mention Tyreek though.
I was just about to say. I'm saying I've already gotten up to 6, and I haven't named AJ Brown yet. So then you got Tyreek Hill. Like I said, I could keep going. So like you said, you could mess around and leave.
I'm a Metcalf guy.
Each and every
definitely not Metcalf. Hell no.
Man. Okay, you can say that. You can say that until you are standing across from him trying to cover his ass.
Ramsey is standing across from him, and he's basically his daddy when he guard him, nigga. My corner does that for me.
One guy, nigga. You just named one nigga in the league. It's 31 other teams.
But my thing is this: AJ Brown is top,
and he ain't got no top quarterback like that.
I'm not saying he not. I'm just saying.
What you mean? He has his whole career.
Yeah, he
has his whole career.
Me and Isaiah talk about one thing. These niggas talk about.
Let y'all tell it. He did. Let y'all tell it.
So Metcalf is a top receiver, but Russell Wilson ain't one of the top quarterbacks in the league when Metcalf had him.
Russ is who he is, and has been. Nigga. Russ just told you who he is without no running game.
I could say Devontae top 10.
Devontae Smith?
He definitely top 10.
Devontae Smith?
Yeah.
I could definitely argue that.
He's
definitely the best number 2 in the league. I'll give him that.
Better than Jalen Waddle?
In my opinion, this year, yeah, he better than Jalen.
The way he played this year, yeah, but I mean that's
all right. I just
he almost had 1,200 yards though.
Was he better than Chris Olave this year?
Yes, sir, he was.
Devontae Smith?
Yeah, Devontae Smith was better.
Easily.
Easily.
Olave started balling like mid-season.
Okay, so listen. So Devontae had 95 catches, 1,196 yards with 7 TDs.
Almost 1,200.
Jalen Waddle had 75 receptions, 1,356 yards with 8 TDs.
Waddle and Hill was probably the best duo this year. Like
I'm just saying, Waddle was a number 2 too. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's just my personal.
Like opinion. every time I looked at every time I looked at Miami's box score, both of these niggas had 100 yards. It seemed like
that's true. Facts. That is facts. I think both of them niggas could be better than CD Lamb.
Oh, yeah.
But I
think they could be better.
I'm just saying, I think there's something to be said about AJ Brown's impact was something you don't see with a lot of receivers.
I agree with
the
you.
Superstar guys. Like sometimes they just good, they just get their routes, they get their numbers. AJ Brown has an impact on these quarterbacks that he's playing for. I feel like he just got Jalen paid.
He did.
And he was arguably on the brink of like, is he gonna be the guy or not?
He got Tannehill paid too.
And got Tannehill paid.
He got Tannehill.
Look how he's been looking this year.
Sorry as hell.
So Tannehill, AJ Brown came when Tannehill first started in Tennessee.
AJ Brown came like a couple years later.
All right, that's one thing. That's one point. The second point is you keep saying AJ Brown made Jalen. AJ Brown made Philly's offense go, bro. He didn't make Jalen Hurts. Like, stop saying it like Jalen was trash before AJ Brown got there. He wasn't
trash. He was arguably on his way out, though.
In the lab, whether he had AJ Brown or not, bro. But if you're going to call yourself a top offense, you need yourself a guy on the outside. So, I mean,
that was supposed to be Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith wasn't that guy. So now Devontae Smith all of a sudden is getting love because is the guy that's got attention drawn on the other side. Now, as the number 2 guy, he can get some love. But here's the thing: any team besides maybe the Chiefs with Mahomes and that crew, you got to have you a guy on the outside right there. So if you don't, you're Lamar Jackson. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he made Jalen, it was just they did the right thing and got Jalen a player on the outside that he could have some defenses honor and keep.
Disagree with you on that shit.
Go ahead.
He changed Jalen's game.
How?
What you mean how? What was he really doing last year though? Practically running, right? Pretty much.
So
he pretty much was running last year. Am I wrong or am I right?
I mean, but
he definitely was more of a deep ball threat with AJ than without him for sure.
He definitely. That's what I'm saying.
Who was AJ Brown?
His game.
Who was AJ Brown last year? Jalen Rigger or somebody? Who the hell was out there?
For who?
For the Eagles.
Nobody.
Devontae Smith, right? Who y'all just said is top 10. You just said he's top 10
this year.
So
I'm not saying last year. This year, he's top 10.
Okay. So all they did, I mean, you saying he changed them? They just got a guy that he can
AJ Brown made Devontae Smith better as well. Like he made both of them.
Yes, he made Devontae Smith relevant. Devontae Smith fucking around was on his way out the league if it wasn't for AJ Brown.
Yeah, and that's all we saying. He kind of just saved his job. I'm not saying he was trash or nothing. All I'm saying is that
y'all was putting a little too much like he made Jalen.
No,
I heard the word.
No, Ragu.
I'm gonna say rejuvenated.
No, they just got him a guy, man, to throw to. They got him somebody reliable on the outside that you have to have in a National Football League if you're gonna call yourself a good offense. That's all. He didn't make Jalen. That could have been 3 or 4 other guys, but they needed a guy out there, just like any quarterback. That's
not necessarily. Not necessarily. What the hell did Devontae Adams do for Derek Carr?
Devontae Adams had a great year. He had a great year.
What about Derek Carr? That's my point.
We're not going to go into the Raiders, bro, because if you want to talk about the Raiders, you got to talk about Josh McDaniels in the play calling.
Hold on. Firstly,
you got to talk about Josh McDaniels in the play calling.
I'm just saying, because you made it seem so simple, black and white.
No, Stop. This is where it stops at. That motherfucker Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown over there playing with gold over there, okay? They playing with a confident franchise who knows how to build a team, all right? When Derek Carr, if he would have had a top 10 defense with a top 10 O-line and the 3rd most sacks ever, okay, then you could have used that point. No, don't come at me with that shit. No.
And the fucking coach, man.
Fuck out of here. Talking about
Josh McDaniels had his head up his ass half the year.
Disrespect my dog like that. Hell no.
Who, Derek Carr?
Devontae Adams trying to act like
I wasn't disrespecting Adams. I said Adams had a great year. But he was saying that all they did was get Jalen a guy and it changed everything. And as far as the quarterback play goes. And I'm saying if it was that simple, then Devontae Adams would have did that for Derek Carr.
That's what you got. That was your argument.
I wouldn't take it that far to try to compare. I wouldn't take it that far to try to compare the Raiders situation.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't either.
I ain't gonna lie. I was smoking a whole lot of crack that day. I was up here 14 wins and shit.
We know you two
niggas. A whole lot more than a wide receiver.
We know y'all was. But the thing
and where we were smoking crack is because we was believing in Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, there we
go. That's what we were smoking at.
Yeah,
that's for y'all.
Because I could have coached the Raiders to 13 wins.
Thank you.
that was a bad comparison, though. The Raiders to that. I mean, that's like it's a.
I used Justin Jefferson too earlier. He didn't say nothing about that. Like Kirk Cousins don't look no damn different.
No, he don't. He just got more yards. That's pretty much what he did.
They won more games.
And what did they do again? They choked.
I mean, he had Jefferson last year.
As a rookie.
And
he did.
And what started this was staying out of the top 5 business, man. Too many.
Nah, because I feel like you're doing that in an attempt to take away from what AJ did when I'm trying to give the nigga his flowers.
To AJ Brown, no, AJ Brown is a great player, but I'm staying away from that top 5. All that, man. He had a good year.
But we said this last year that no top 5 changes as much as the top 5 receivers do. That literally changes every year.
Yeah, and that's why I'm done. It's too hard.
It is. I agree with you.
That six dude is gonna be offended. I guarantee you. Somebody is gonna have a different 6 guy, no matter what. And
I know
it's gonna be offensive to that guy.
It better not be Chase Claypool.
No, he's not in it. He's not in it. They I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with that pick.
Me too. I want to see what the Eagles gonna do too.
I think what you and Marvin said is a good idea to maybe trade that for a couple other ones and kind of just build some depth, because like you said, they could pretty much run that back right now if they wanted to. Right now. They would put the pads on today if you told them to.
Oh, I know they would.
What?
They want that.
It wasn't even one of them games where you walk away feeling like, damn, like we really had nothing for them.
It's like that backyard football game. It's like that backyard football game. No, we running this back. Come on.
Yeah, like I told JC earlier, Marv, the Eagles gonna be mad if they have to play somebody else in the Super Bowl.
They
will be like,
we was just talking about that.
Bring the beach,
we want them, man.
Bring them niggas on. Bring them on, man. That's what I said.
It's gonna be like the Lakers in 2009 when we had to whoop on Orlando.
Kobe was not satisfied with that at all.
He wasn't.
I ain't never seen somebody disappointed to win a championship. Where they do that at?
We whooped on them just because they was there, but we really wanted to beat the boys in Boston, man. Yeah.
I don't even think he would have cared if it was LeBron. Even if Cleveland did get past them niggas, I still think he wouldn't. He wanted Boston.
He did.
He was on a mission.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, that concludes our NFL stuff until offseason, which should be getting cracking very soon, right?
Sir.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One last thing before we go on the 2022 season. I heard today that Carr said, fuck that, he ain't going to accept no trade. He going to make him cut him. Damn. So this is one last fuck you to them on the way out. And I don't blame him. Now let's just see what kind of money he get on his own.
Right.
Yeah, JC, you tried to talk about Lamar got Mark Andrews as receiver 1. You're comparing Mark Andrews to somebody who's in the greatest tight end of all time conversation. Are we dead ass?
Mark Andrews, second best tight end in the league.
Second best?
Second best.
Behind Kittle? Behind who? Who you got? What's your
Kittle just got healthy again. So Mark Andrews, I've had him firmly as number 2, like the last 2-3 years.
Behind Kelsey?
Yeah.
I mean, Kelsey.
I don't even know why he walking off like that's disrespectful. Like, nigga, you better check Andrews' numbers, nigga. That's what you talking about. He got hurt this year.
I don't give
Kelsey a fuck about it. But he's
you better go pull them numbers up, nigga.
Hold on. You think I give a fuck about him being number 2 in the league when you talking about possibly the greatest tight end ever, nigga? What are you talking about, nigga? What? What? It's Travis Kelce than everybody else. Just like it was
I agree.
Gronkowski than everybody else. That shit don't work unless you got Travis Kelce. That's my point.
That's fair.
What? Mark Andrews? Get the fuck out of here.
You'll take him over your tight end right now.
Who?
You'll take Andrews over Waller. You will take Andrews over Waller right now. Stop playing.
No, I wouldn't.
That's your heart talking.
That's not my heart talking.
I would not.
Let's ask why, Ragu.
You hold on. You give Kittle the benefit of the doubt because he been hurt, but Waller was hurt all this year. And
right. It's the same thing. He was hurt just like Kittle, but even longer, even more so. He had that hamstring. Hamstring is tricky, man.
Nigga runs a 4.4 and he got a fucked up hamstring, and you expect him to be out there running them routes. Come on now.
I remember that nigga breakout game a few years ago. I forgot who y'all was playing on the national game.
But
I remember it was after he had all the troubles with Baltimore and all that shit, and y'all had got him. It was right before y'all paid him.
Before we paid him the first time?
Yeah. Yep.
No.
I forgot who it was y'all was playing though, but I remember him going nuts that game.
What you was like, whoa, where'd they get this guy from?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, because the way they was talking about it was just like some random nigga they picked up that needed a second chance type spit, and he wasn't playing like that. I was like, wait, what? This nigga looked like one of the top niggas like right now. But
who, Waller?
Yeah, at that time.
I mean, to answer y'all question, I would take Waller over Andrews. Andrews really only had one 1,000-yard season. And Waller had like 2.
And Waller at Georgia Tech was supposed to follow Megatron.
Right, because them first 2 years he was in Baltimore, he was like really on the practice squad.
Yeah, he was that caliber player.
Yeah, like
he just got a little bigger. So
the Raiders got to steal with him.
Yeah, they got to steal. The great story about how they found him. They saw him over there working out before they was finna play the Ravens. Like, who the fuck is that dude?
No, like for real. Like
Ole is the one that saw him. Coach Olsen.
Cool.
All right.
Shout out to Ole. Where Ole at? In Miami? You might see Carr end up in South Beach.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Nah,
that boy got a headache, man.
That's like shitting in the wind. It ain't gonna work.
Ragu, you still
got a headache down there, man. He hit away. He hit away from being a vegetable. If he was my kid, I wouldn't let him play football no more. So
no, I wouldn't either.
If his daddy cared about him, Miami ain't got no quarterback.
All right, so last week, I kind of jumped the gun. I was talking that spit. I was talking about LeBron gonna get 25 tonight, and then he gonna get it on Thursday. And literally, about 45 minutes later,
that nigga ain't even.
This nigga went and got that. LeBron is now the all-time scoring leader in NBA history. A record that most of us probably never thought was going to be broken. And if it was, we thought we'd be like in walkers and shit when it did happen. So congrats to Bron for that. I do think because of all the scoring niggas is doing, might be possible for somebody to break it, but it's like the fact that Bron is still playing means this nigga's going to put that even more out of reach. Kind of like what Brady was doing in his tail end. So it's gonna be tough. He's getting 40K. So
that's no question. That's no question.
So,
and congrats to him. I would have been disappointed if he didn't get against OKC. I would have looked more forward to it if he would have got it against the Milwaukee, Kareem's former team.
I wanted that story. That was what I wanted.
Yeah. But I'm like, he better get this on OKC. He got it.
Once he got close, once he got to halftime and they say he was like 14, 16 away, I was like, oh yeah, you gotta go get that. Now you gotta go get that. And then I think the fact that everybody pulled up like that, you got Jay out there, Denzel out there, like it was the vibe. You came with the all black, like yeah, and then you gotta go get that at that point.
It was a done deal.
You cannot leave Staples Center without. I still call it Staples Center. You cannot leave Staples without going to get that.
Facts.
I told you, I saw the script already. I told you he was.
Yeah.
So but for real, I was up here tuned in, screaming at the top of my lungs, go get that shit. I ain't gonna lie, the first quarter, I was kind of weird, like at the beginning of the first, because he wasn't.
Yeah, he missed the first few.
Yeah, like I was like, he might not get it tonight. And then he started kind of draining a few, and then he kind of went off, especially like what that was towards the end of the first and second quarter, and got to 20 in the half. And I was like, oh yeah, he getting that shit tonight. Like there ain't no way he ain't getting that shit.
So Let me ask y'all something. Do you think anybody could get 40K? Like, do you feel like any of these elite scorers like Giannis or Kevin Durant, you feel like they can get 40K?
The only one playing right now that I think has a legit chance to get 40, and that's assuming everything goes damn near perfect health-wise, is probably Luka.
Luka?
That's probably the only one. KD, I don't see KD is, if I'm not mistaken, he's at around like 28, 29 now. But again, LeBron is still playing.
He's still at 26, bro. I don't even think he got that 20, like past 27.
Yeah, I mean, somewhere in that range, 26, 28. He's somewhere in there. And you would have to assume he's going to stay healthy for at least another 4 or 5 years.
Which 26,684.
26?
How much is he?
26,600.
Okay, so he's at 26. LeBron, so he's gonna need at least 14,000 more. And the way the health problems that he's had, I don't see K. Like I see it, if he was to stay healthy, obviously yes, KD's gonna go get that. But that's the problem. So because of that, I don't see KD getting that, and I think he calls it quits before he gets a chance to do it. So the only person like that's playing right now I could see possibly doing it is Luka. The only other person that probably has a chance to get it ain't in the NBA yet. And I don't know. That's where I'm at with that. That's gonna be one of them ones.
So no, I feel like none of these guys will catch him. I feel like Luka end up being slow enough later on to where
that's the thing.
Yeah, he won't be as fluid a scorer later on.
We would have to assume he's still playing like this 20 years in.
Just like LeBron was born in '84 when Kareem broke the record, somebody probably was born just
right now.
Nights ago.
2 weeks ago, last week.
I will say this though, Ragu. I don't think that record holds up for 38 years like Kareem's just did though.
Mm-mm.
I think you're probably right about that.
I don't think it takes
scored basketball way more.
Yeah, exactly. These niggas is coming in
way
scoring damn near
wide
30.
open fouls. Yeah.
I agree.
The game is more wide open, more conducive to scoring, more higher scoring games, all that. So
let me ask this though, but realistically though, my thing is you'd have to still. I get that they be scoring more, but you still have to have a longevity aspect.
Yes.
Now LeBron hasn't slowed down to where I've seen anything like it. Right now. He's having some of his highest scoring outputs ever in his career. So it's like he could fuck around and get 45K depending on his health and how many games he plays and if he slows down. Because right now he averaging what 30? Like 31 or something like that. So.
And I think up until a year or two ago, LeBron has never had, as far as I remember, he's never had an injury that he sat out more than maybe 2 weeks and some change. Up until like the last couple of years, he never took that long just before he had like an injury that took like damn near a month. I think the season with Lonzo in them. That's like the longest. That was like the longest injury he's had.
For a man to spend $2 million on his body a year, that's incredible for him.
It's paid off too.
Yep.
It's paid off for the young brother.
And
I always thought it would be a big guy that eclipsed that record, but I guess LeBron is that.
Pretty much.
I guess you can say he's a big guy. Yeah.
So I guess we do it with everybody else. So we might as well with this nigga. I guess where do everybody here got Bron ranked at?
Number 1, baby.
He's capping cool. He's capping cool. Don't believe it. Don't listen to that nigga.
Goat James.
Do not
you heard that boy. You heard him at the end of that interview. I'm the best fucking player in the world. You heard him.
And he's a clown. And he's a clown for that spit too.
I'm the best player to ever.
I ain't never heard a nigga who's supposed to be the GOAT call himself the GOAT that many times. Who you trying to convince, us or you?
Shaq made him say that shit.
No, Shaq asked him that because he had already said it the day before to somebody else. So Shaq was trying to just get that soundbite that he said
First
it to
and
Shaq,
foremost.
like you just said.
So what else is he
JC.
supposed to say though? What else is he supposed to say?
JC, mute Kendrick Lamar, please.
And I'm gonna unmute myself again. He the GOAT.
Talk about LeBron
He the
James.
Fuck that bald
LeBron.
head nigga from North Carolina.
Huh?
Really? Here we go with this shit. Nigga, listen, I don't take nothing from LeBron. Number 3.
Who's the 2?
3.
Number
3.
You Raiders fans ain't got shit to say to me, so shh. Right. Okay? Listen, man. Listen. Michael's number 1. Look here, hold on. Mike, Kareem.
Mike Kareem.
My man right there. My man right there. I'm sick of you
Kareem.
niggas.
Oh, so you got him number 4 then?
Yeah, number 4. I'm sick of you niggas comparing LeBron and Jordan. Y'all forgetting about this man right here.
That's what I'm talking about, Cool. Put some respect on it.
Put some respect on this man
about.
right here, man. I'm getting sick of these motherfuckers saying LeBron and Jordan. Fuck that shit. Y'all forgetting about Kobe? They forgetting about Kobe.
That was the
Ragu,
whole. That was their whole
right,
purpose.
Ragu.
I was just talking to Ragu about that. How Nick Wrong is the one who perpetuated that and led the mob of I'm gonna get every other legend out the way, and then I'm gonna come for Jordan and say LeBron's the greatest, and then everybody follows suit. That's where that came in at. But he started by disrespecting Kobe first.
So hold on.
I feel the same way about Bean. But you know, man, you know how basketball is. It's there's a numbers element to it. Besides the hardware, you know what I'm saying? There's a numbers element to it. And if we talking about just hooping, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to knock a guy who is now the all-time leading scorer, is like top 10 in 2 other categories.
Mm-hmm.
And as a guy that's positionally never played the position of guard, to be top 10 in assists in the league of all time. When you combine all that, and he did win championships, it ain't like he never won, like a couple of the guys did, that are great players, that's top 75 players that didn't win at all.
Right.
I don't know, man. I saw Mike play, and I know the thing about Mike with me is it was like how he did that shit. He did that shit with style and attitude, and the first dude to come with the baggy shorts and the tennis shoes and all that, and his, the bald head and, a dark-skinned brother, all that. Mike was a revelation to the world. Don't get me wrong, but as basketball evolves, man, that it's almost like how we be trying to say, us old heads be trying to say that the rappers is trash now. Well, nigga, some of you old niggas couldn't do this shit that the young niggas is doing now. You would sound garbage trying to sound like this now. So, it is what it is. It's hard for me to make a decision on that. And I was talking to JC earlier. The main thing I want to do is for you Jordan people, just kind of, the Jordan people tend to act like Jordan went 82-0 every season. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. Shit. Thank you.
Oh, Isaiah.
Like
amen.
All right, 6 years.
That's an amen, Isaiah. Watch this.
Hold on. Stop. Hold on. Let me say what I need to say. I got Jordan as the GOAT. Okay? He's the GOAT. But niggas act like he only played 6 motherfucking years. Like this nigga ran the 80s, ran the 90s, and then ran the early 2000s before LeBron came. Fuck no, that ain't happening.
Hey, stop capping. Stop capping. Don't nobody use no thousands as Jordan was running spit and he was in that way.
I didn't say they
Stop
did.
capping,
I didn't
bro.
say they did. But they like to negate those years too, like they didn't matter.
Because the nigga was 40 years old.
Wow, this fucking James now averaging 30, my nigga.
Oh my
and
God.
they expect
Jordan came back.
They fuck that. Fuck that.
Nah, Ragu, I can speak to this one. I remember this, Jordan. I can speak to this.
Championships from
that nigga came back because he wanted to be an owner for the Wizards. That was the only reason why he played for them at that time, and y'all don't remember that shit.
I don't.
He was not coming back because he was on his Chicago Bulls time. I'm gonna win championship.
Look at my face. Look at my face, JC. I don't give a fuck why he played for them niggas.
No, because y'all nitpicking those years because that's what y'all got to do. Because y'all know the first 13 was so great.
JC, my point is,
20 years
y'all niggas love to use the argument. Y'all love to use the argument. The nigga was old. That y'all love to use that argument. LeBron is in year fucking 20, age 38, averaging in 30, and y'all expect championship from this nigga. Y'all expect him to carry the Lakers to the fucking finals with
Who
a team
expects that?
obviously does not fit his fucking strengths. Nigga, the media. Are you dead ass? Are you dead ass? Y'all niggas.
So they haven't been on Anthony Davis. So they haven't been on Anthony Davis.
Let me get it out. No, let me get this out. I let you spew that garbage about that bald nigga from Chicago for so fucking long. Fuck that nigga. No, fuck this. That nigga sat up there and went out there and played and didn't win shit. LeBron at age 30 fucking 8 is expected to win a championship.
No, he's not. That's a myth. That is a myth. No, he's not.
So hold on.
He's a top player in the league.
I give you that. He's a top player.
Everybody hasn't been clowning the Lakers across the media for how bad they've been.
Hey, look,
what does that have to do with expecting him to carry us to a championship?
I got you, Isaiah. Look, 2
That's
points.
Not mutually exclusive.
Nigga, at the beginning of the season last year, when we traded for Russ, nigga, they had us at the top odds to win the fucking championship, nigga.
It's not because of LeBron, nigga. It's because Anthony Davis
What the fuck?
It don't have nothing to do with LeBron?
I didn't have nothing to do with LeBron. I'm saying they're not expecting
LeBron. Hey, y'all.
We have LeBron. We have Anthony Davis and we have Russell Westbrook. 3 top 7 players.
You got it.
Nobody's expecting LeBron. That's
listen. JC, let me get this on tape for the Jordan people once and for all. Okay, 2 things. He did not win without Scotty. Period. No, it's really 3 things. It's really 3 things.
So, but go ahead.
It's really 3 things. The second thing is the expansion era in which Jordan played. They added 6 teams to the league in his career. No other superstar had that happen.
That nigga.
And the last thing is, if you hated Isaiah so much, why was it cool for Rodman to come?
Because Rodman's a role player, like I said earlier. That's why that was cool.
Hey man, but you was mad because they was fouling you and shit, right? You was mad because they was
Rodman fouled him more than Isaiah did.
That's what I said. I said those exact words today.
Rodman is what?
Nigga, Rodman guarded him far more than Isaiah ever did and fucked him up going to the cup.
Going to the hole.
Than Isaiah did.
Wait, who are y'all talking about?
Rodman.
Rodman guarded who?
Michael Jordan.
So what is your point by saying that?
Nigga, Rodman was a part of the bad boy Pistons. He was fouling the shit out of Mike along with the rest of them niggas. Why is it cool for him to come?
Because he's a role player.
You hated on Isaiah. Like you just couldn't stand Isaiah.
He hated all them niggas. He did not like none of them niggas. But then as soon as Rodman come, it's cool. Rodman the only nigga who cool.
But what does that have to do with his status as a player though?
Nobody ever criticized Jordan for doing that either.
Right, but if you're gonna criticize, that's criticizing his character.
All I'm saying
you wanted this nigga, but not this nigga. That has nothing to do with what he did on the court and who he had.
Y'all niggas.
LeBron has sat up there and stacked his team more so than damn near anybody else the last 15 years, and his fans been crying no help the whole time.
Facts.
So let's talk about that part, since you want to talk about expansion here.
I didn't cry no help. When have you heard me say no help?
Bro, y'all niggas talking about, oh, this nigga had like Kevin Love, y'all trash him. Chris Bosh, y'all trash him. Dwayne Wade, y'all claim the nigga was old. Anthony Davis, he's never on the court. Kyrie, he didn't win spit for the 3 years when he had trash in Cleveland. Every superstar, nigga. I've had some of these same debates with you on here.
Nigga, hold on, stop. Firstly, nigga, what the fuck was Kevin Love doing before he got with LeBron?
You just said exactly what you said you don't say. And then you turned around and said that.
Fuck that. Since you want to put
averaging 24 and 12, Isaiah.
No. Let's put the label on. What the fuck was he doing before LeBron? What the fuck was he doing before LeBron?
Did he even have
that was putting the numbers before he got with LeBron?
That's what he was doing.
And only winning fucking 25 games in the fucking West, nigga.
And yet LeBron needed him. And yet LeBron needed him. Why was he? Why did he want to try the number one pick?
Going to the bottom of the fucking standings.
Because he was so trash.
Going to the bottom of the standings, nigga. Going to the bottom of the standings, nigga. Going to the bottom of the standings, nigga. That's what them niggas was doing. Nigga. LeBron came and elevated them niggas to become champions, nigga. Stop playing with me, nigga.
He elevated them or he stacked them all together. He elevated them or he stacked them all together. So
he did not stack them all together.
Everybody else.
Stop saying that.
So Jordan,
every championship team needs good players.
Jordan didn't stack them all together by calling Rodman. Jordan didn't stack them all together by calling Rodman.
A player.
What?
Robin wasn't no all-star nigga like that that's gonna go get you 20 and 12.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here. That nigga was averaging 20.
I said that was gonna go get you 20.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Don't give me that shit.
What year did he go to the All-Star before he got to the Bulls? What year did he go to the All-Star?
He got on that phone.
After he was at the Bulls.
Exactly. It's called fucking Rodman.
He's in the Hall of Fame, Marv, he's a guy where you say he's the all-time something. So come on, man. Don't put some respect on Rodman's name. He ain't no Kevin Love.
Rodman's name. I'm not disrespecting Rodman's name. Once again, all I'm saying
Rodman is a great role player, but they trying to act like this nigga, you give him his own team and he gonna be on there averaging 24 and 12 and making an all-star game. No, that's not Rodman.
No,
bro.
certainly not.
Rodman made the all-star game because of who he was with. That's some Draymond Green type shit.
But the thing is, acting
like he a bona fide all-star son. Stop playing.
This shit proves how garbage the league was at the time when them niggas got Rodman, and that was the tipping point. That nigga Rodman said, yes, nigga, how garbage the league was as far as
that was the tipping point. You forgot he won 3 before Rodman got there.
Okay.
You forgot he won 3 before Rodman.
Keep coming.
Did you forget that?
The league was down.
Keep coming. I'm gonna let you get it all out. Get it all out.
So how?
Let me know when you done.
Let me know when you done. He been one before that.
Let me know when you done.
I answered your question.
So
how elite was the league when LeBron got here?
So when he came back that year in '95 and got fucked up by Shaq and Penny, that don't matter, right? That do
matter.
So
even though the nigga played 20 games, but if you want to count that,
fuck that bullshit, nigga. So who the fuck did he call to guard Shaq? Rodman, nigga. And then what happened that same fucking time? He called
Rodman, nigga. Not prime Larry Bird. Not prime Charles Barkley. He called Dennis Rodman, nigga. You act like he called another superstar from another team. That's the difference, nigga.
So which one of those players was not under contract? That you just named?
I don't follow your question.
You talking about a prime Charles Barkley? Was he a free agent, nigga?
That's not what my point is. I'm saying he went and asked for Dennis Rodman, not prime Charles Barkley or Karl Malone or some shit. That would have been overkill.
He couldn't. What the fuck, nigga? They were under contract, nigga. What are you talking about, nigga? The only way they was gonna get them was via trade. And the cap space ain't what it is now. You could only afford
LeBron ain't made no trades happen to get a superstar.
Hold on. Let me finish. And then once again, the cap space wasn't what it was then. You could only afford.
Okay, so you're going off of speculation of what Jordan couldn't or can or couldn't do. The fact is he didn't do this.
No, this ain't speculation.
He didn't ask for a superstar.
This came out of Dennis Rodman's mouth, nigga. He said the league was so fucking watered down through the expansion that them niggas could have literally went 82-0 if they truly had tried. The only reason they lost in 10 games was because they didn't fucking try. Are you dead ass?
Didn't try. Now Jordan
he said that shit out of his mouth.
Bro, nobody's going 82-0 in no league, bro. Ragu, you muted, bro.
What? So tell me what team?
Ragu, you're muted.
What team in that 72-10 year was gonna compete? You added fucking what?
It's because of Jordan, nigga. If Jordan leads that team, they not winning that many games.
What the fuck are you talking about? They went to the Eastern Conference Finals without the nigga.
No, they didn't.
Oh, my bad. The semifinals and lost in what, 6 or 7?
And then what happened the following year?
What are you talking about?
They lost was under 500 when he came back. Y'all love bringing up that next year when they went to the semifinals, but failed to mention that when he came back, them niggas was under 500 and probably about to miss the playoffs. And
you
then
talk about
making it, and that's when they lost.
You talking about the year that Hershey Hawkins ripped him for game that nobody talks about? That game? That year?
Yeah, that year. I just mentioned that before you did.
Oh, that he got ripped in the playoffs for game? Michael Jordan, the great Michael Jordan?
Yeah, after coming back 20 games after playing baseball for 2 years.
So now
his name still was Michael Jordan.
You hear that shit? You hear that shit, D? Now he only played 20 games, so that's the excuse why they lost. But he the reason why they made the playoffs. Man, it was in that shit in the first place.
All I'm gonna say is, bro, LeBron has pulled the greatest Jedi mind trick of all time. This nigga didn't have probably more help than any other player in NBA history the last 15 years and convinced everybody that this nigga ain't had no help or he ain't had enough help.
Why the fuck?
It's the greatest Jedi mind trick I've ever seen.
How many combined championships did those guys have that he played with?
What does that have to do with who they were in their careers? They're Hall of Famers, just like you giving Rodman. They're Hall of Famers.
Kevin Love was a Hall of Famer before LeBron.
The numbers
we had the Kevin Love Hall of Fame discussion earlier today.
What are you talking about? 25 and 12 gets you in the Hall of Fame. 30-30 in a game gets you in the Hall of Fame. What is we talking about?
30-30. I knew it was going to
come Mitch Richmond is in the Hall of Fame. Are we serious right now?
Mitch Richmond's a hell of a basketball
What are we
player.
talking about right now?
All I'm saying is this.
I forgot the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Congratulations to LeBron. Fuck LeBron. Fuck Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant, baby.
That's the only reason niggas started hating on Kobe is because they wanted to get him out the way so they could start talking that LeBron and Jordan split. Jordan didn't have to get talked into the GOAT conversation. Y'all had to force and trash other legends to put LeBron in the GOAT conversation. Jordan's resume stands on its own. I ain't got to trash nobody to make a case for Jordan. I ain't got to trash nobody to make a case for Jordan. I can stand on that resume alone.
That shit's funny, nigga. That shit's real funny, nigga. Y'all think that shit didn't happen with Jordan? Okay, nigga. That's real funny, nigga.
What didn't happen?
Funny, nigga.
But I do think Jordan is the greatest.
Other legends to make Jordan look better than what he was, nigga. You dead ass gonna sit here and
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Y'all front runner leader Nick Wrong came on and trashed Kobe for years, and was the first one that was bold enough to drop his nuts on a media, on a national.
Nigga, you keep saying y'all front runner and motherfucker. I got Michael Jordan as his GOAT, and I'm a fucking Laker fan. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga?
Points that
what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? My whole argument here is, nigga, y'all nigga dick ride this nigga so fucking hard when he had fucking zero competition at his fucking position.
Oh my
God! He fucking played in a watered down ass fucking league that was fucking ran through due to expansion, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. LeBron went against some of the greatest teams fucking ever, nigga. Niggas dead ass gonna sit here and hold a loss against Steph Curry. Nigga, what the fuck, niggas.
He's saying
KD in. Niggas was calling KD in to beat this nigga.
Wait, what'd you say, JC? I can't hear you.
He's disrespecting your error. He's saying zero competition. So he's saying Joe Dumars.
I said at his position. I said at his position. I said at his position.
No,
I said at his position.
He's talking about. He's speaking to the adding of 6 teams.
He said no. He said specifically at his position. That's what he said.
Who else? But nigga, Clyde Drexler. Who else?
I just named him. So Dennis Johnson wasn't split.
Come on, man.
Dennis Johnson?
Come on, man.
Dennis Johnson wasn't slick.
Come on, man.
Sidney Moncrief, time defensive player of the year. Come on, man. Moncrief wasn't two-time defensive player of the year.
Out of here, nigga. Come on, man. Come on.
That's what Brian.
That nigga pulled.
They gotta try. They gotta try
Johnson out your ass
to lift that.
That's your best. That's your best.
They gotta do.
That's your best answer for competition, nigga. And LeBron going up.
Nigga, what kind? Nigga, who did LeBron beat in the finals?
Like, White. Nigga, what he really? What, nigga? Bro? What the fuck are we talking about, nigga? So. Paul
at
Pierce.
His position. At his position.
At his position.
At his position.
Paul Pierce, KD, like Carmelo.
Also, you going playoffs. So you're going playoffs. So that means I could bring up Reggie Miller.
No, he said in the finals. Who did he beat?
I said in the finals specifically.
Oh, in the finals specifically?
Yes.
KD, Kawhi, those off top is better than anybody that Jordan ever had.
Who didn't even have a name to themselves.
Literal young pucks, man.
Jordan is just like
y'all niggas be acting like this nigga beat prime Giannis and prime Kevin Durant.
Stop this shit, man. If this nigga, fuck that.
He wasn't beating them niggas.
If you're using weak ass Dennis Johnson as your competition, I can use young Kawhi, nigga, on a Spurs team that had Tim Duncan, Manu, and Tony, is coached by possibly the greatest coach of all time. Get the fuck out of here.
Right, so we can nitpick on both sides, nigga.
Nitpick?
Exactly.
Dennis Johnson ain't even
that nigga stacked his team on the East, and the only team he had to worry about was a young Paul George with Indiana. That's the only team he had to worry about, and he got 3 superstars on his effing team.
That's the only team he had to worry about. The big 3 Celtics with,
Phil Jackson any credit?
Are we gonna give Phil? You bringing up them old niggas after he stacked his team?
Old niggas.
You bringing up them old niggas?
Now it's them old niggas. Now it's them old niggas. But I bet you give up Kobe credit for beating him in 2010, don't you?
You saying that like Dennis Johnson is a scrub, though?
Don't you?
Kobe didn't stack his team with 3 superstars.
He got
Kobe didn't stack his team with 3 superstars.
Dennis Johnson is a scrub. That is
incorrect.
I'm
just trying to say, like,
hold on. I'm not saying Dennis Johnson is a scrub, but nigga, he gonna compare that nigga to Jordan. Nigga, are we serious?
I didn't compare him to Jordan. We talking about the competition. You said he had
competition. Don't compare to who LeBron is playing in this era, nigga.
Bro, you said he had
that don't compare to this era, nigga. That don't compare to this era, nigga. It don't.
But LeBron wasn't beating these niggas to win championships. That's my point. When did he beat Giannis?
Never.
Exactly.
Oh my fucking gosh, nigga. Them niggas went and got fucking KD, Steph, Clay, and
he didn't beat them. So don't bring them up. He didn't beat them.
Nigga, who was? You gonna tell me Jordan was gonna beat them? You gonna tell me
anybody will beat them?
Let me get that in my face. Tell me Jordan was gonna beat them niggas. Look me dead in my eye and tell me Jordan would have beat them niggas. Look me dead in my face. Look me dead in my fucking face. Look me in my face and
I didn't say whether he did or he wouldn't. I said
he wouldn't have.
Didn't.
He wouldn't have.
2 70-win teams. I would like to see them 2 teams play.
He wouldn't have.
Me too.
Fuck no. You crazy as shit, nigga.
Okay, but LeBron didn't beat them either.
Let me say this, man. I feel like Jordan is like Brady in the way that the Bulls teams were defensive teams, just like them New England teams were. But when the finals are all said and done, all you know is Brady's the MVP and Jordan is the MVP. Like I told JC earlier, they used to win them games 85-72. All right, that's all I wanted to say.
Talking about this nigga ain't stack his team. Nigga had 2 of the most accurate 3-point shooters. One of the best.
Now that's stacked. But you bringing up superstars for LeBron. You're talking about Giannis's and Kawhi's and KD's. But you want to bring up like Paxson and Steve Kerr and Rodman as y'all. That's the stacking team for Jordan because he had good role players. Like
I said Rodman, not Kerr and fucking Paxson. I mean,
I've literally seen Steve Kerr's name mentioned as Jordan stacking his team. Steve Kerr's mentioned in that.
Nigga got the best 6 man in the league and shit. He had the best fucking team, nigga. He always had the best.
He had the best team because he made them the best team. Nigga.
He made Steve Kerr shoot. He gave Tony Kukoc his skill, nigga. He made Pippen the perimeter defender that he is. He made Rodman the interior defender and rebounder that he is.
And what are them niggas without him? Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Not a Rodman's time champion.
When he left to go play baseball, did they keep winning championships?
No. What the fuck are you talking about?
No.
Niggas still win. Kerr went on to win a championship in a fucking.
I'm talking about that Bulls team.
I don't give a fuck about.
Kerr wasn't even on the team I'm talking about. Kerr wasn't even on the team I'm talking about.
So you want to do the same shit? Let's do the same shit. Where was those teams? Where were those teams when LeBron left? Where was those teams when LeBron left? Where were they, JC? Where were they, JC? Missing the fucking playoffs.
Wait, LeBron didn't win with Cleveland. So we ain't got to mention that. LeBron didn't even win with Cleveland, so we didn't got to mention that.
Where were they at? Since you want to do
he didn't win with them.
Where was they at?
He didn't win with them, so it don't matter.
Where were they at, nigga?
No, he won with them later. When he left Cleveland the first time, they didn't win with him. They didn't win with him. It's the same shit.
Where were they at? Where was they at? Where was Miami after he left, nigga? Where was they at?
Okay, so let me go on another myth on these bronzesexuals that they use. Where was Miami after Bron left? I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Where was that? Oh, you gonna say D-Wade declined? Chris Bosh.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. Wade was perfectly fine. Wade was perfectly fine.
Why the fuck?
You talking about when Chris Bosh that got blood clots and had to retire right after that?
There it goes. There goes the excuses, nigga. There goes the excuses, nigga. It's 11 other players on the team, nigga. It's 11 other players on the team, nigga. It's called content. 11 other players on the team, nigga. It's 11 other players on the team, nigga. It's 11 other players on the team, nigga. So what's happening? Why didn't they do well? Why didn't they win a championship, huh?
Bro, that's one of the superstars he brought over his damn self.
You said what?
That's one of the superstars he brought to Miami his damn self. So if you look two of them, of course the team is not going to be as good. That's common sense.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. That nigga was averaging 14 and 7 with Miami.
Your three big three.
Stop it.
And they don't win. Oh, that's such a bitch.
Stop it. Chris Bosh wasn't no fucking superstar, nigga. He was a star. Y'all niggas love to put this superstar label on niggas, and they not superstars. A superstar is somebody who can drag
I'll use that loosely. Bosh was that loosely. Bosh was a nigga that had his own.
Bosh ain't one of them niggas.
Bosh had his own
team. Ain't one of them niggas. Ain't never been one of them niggas. You sound crazy as hell. I'll give you.
Bosh with the dreads was definitely that.
Bosh was a star.
Bosh with the dreads was definitely nigga.
He's a star.
If you don't stop it,
he's a star.
If you don't stop it, nigga,
he's a star, nigga. He's a star, nigga.
He had his own team.
So Pascal Siakam a superstar?
No, bro, you missing what I'm saying. He's a nigga that had his own team.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, superstar.
Had his own team.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander,
and he stacked the deck against the East. Nobody else had a team like that.
Why are you avoiding the question? Answer the question. These are both niggas who are great and got their own team. They superstars, right?
You're not listening, bro. I said I use superstar loosely on Chris Bosh. He's a nigga that had his own team. I just said that.
That nigga's a star. That's what he is. A star
that LeBron keeps stacking three of them niggas together and didn't win at that time. So quit using that expansion air spit when he stacked the deck against everybody else over the Wizards.
What happened the other 9 years? What happened the other 9 years, nigga? What happened the other 9 years, nigga? What happened the other 9 years, nigga? What happened the other 9 years?
What you mean with other 9 years?
When he was getting smacked by Bird and the big boy Pistons and shit, nigga.
Oh, you mean when he was putting up 60 in the playoffs?
What happened?
When he was averaging 32, 8, and 8 winning MVP?
LeBron put up 50 in the finals against 4 superstars and lost. Y'all niggas
against who?
He fucking lost. He fucking lost.
Okay, he lost. You asked what was he doing, and I told you.
Nigga was taking L's in the first round. Nigga, LeBron getting all the way to the
losing
finals.
To a dynasty, just like LeBron, right? Losing to a dynasty with trash on his team.
Getting his ass smoked.
And at least LeBron had 2 other stars. Jordan didn't have nobody that was even in the same breath as Kyrie on that team.
Jordan been a bitch, nigga. No, fuck that.
Jordan didn't have anybody in the same breath as Kyrie on that team.
He almost fucked around and lost
nobody, nigga. Stop playing. Nigga had a bunch of crackheads on his team. He had a bunch of crackheads against a dynasty. He had a bunch of crackheads against the all-time dynasty, nigga.
Pippin on him.
Stop playing.
Niggas forget that shit. Niggas love to forget that shit.
He was about to
and
foul
Michael
out.
running away. They had to save his energy for offense. They had to save that nigga energy for offense because Magic was putting on a show with HIV and AIDS and shit on his ass. Fuck you talking about, nigga.
You think he had it already?
I think he did.
He had it at that point.
I think he had it
at that point. And then he would have fucked around and lost in 1996 against the Supersonics too if they would have put Gary Payton on him from the start, nigga.
I know y'all probably don't know, but we really even shouldn't have beat Portland.
Nothing about that.
Gary Payton wasn't doing what? Gary Payton ain't doing
nothing about that.
Go check the numbers on them games, nigga. Go check his shooting on them games, nigga. Go. He was getting his points, but he took a lot of shots to go get them points, nigga. And them games got closer, nigga.
That 96 finals was a better finals than a lot of people give it credit for, I think.
No, I agree.
Sean Kemp was the best player on the floor a couple of those games.
Can't forget about Rain, man. You're right.
Pippen say that.
I still remember when he
Pippen
shitted on Robin, was sitting on Robin.
Pippen saved him with his 8 points per game off the bench when he came to the Bulls. Get the F out of here, bro.
It's funny because he finally won. It's funny because he finally won a playoff series.
8 points per game off the bench, huh?
He finally won a playoff series when that nigga started playing.
That's because they have nothing to do with nothing.
Then why he finally won a playoff series when that nigga came, huh? Why?
Nigga, that's when he took the step, nigga.
Why?
Jordan had been doing that shit.
Nigga, that's what he
took. The Pippen do.
Lord, you hear this shit? That nigga averaged 60. I mean, he didn't average 63, but he scored 63 against the Celtics the year before. But the next year, that's when he took the step. That's when the nigga took the step. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Come on, bro.
So we just literally just going off of numbers. So players don't get smarter after they lose to certain teams. That don't happen. They still lost to Detroit until Jordan had to hit that weight room and all of that and get smarter, and then they won.
You hear this? You hear it? You hear this?
Y'all niggas acting like Pippen was like some great savior.
You mixing up your times, nigga. You mixing up your times, nigga. That was after he got his ass kicked by the bad boy Pistons, nigga. After he got his ass kicked by the Celtics, they acquired Pippen via draft, nigga. And then they
averaged 8 points, Isaiah. All eight points is the reason why they won.
So now scoring all that matters. Now scoring all that matters, nigga.
I didn't say it's all that matters. It don't make him some super great savior of Jordan.
Locking up on the
it don't make him no super great savior of Jordan, nigga.
That's Scotty average 8
like points. Jordan wasn't out there playing D2. He was defensive player of the year in '88, nigga.
Who averaged the 8 points?
Was he that in '87? Was he that in '87, nigga? No.
Who averaged 8 points?
Yeah,
Scotty,
when he first got there, he was coming off the bench averaging 8 points.
Oh, well,
and he acted like that's what saved and exalted Jordan. He wouldn't have
I saw all 6 of them championships and they wouldn't have won none of them without him.
I mean, I agree with that, obviously, but I'm saying he never won a playoff game before him. Jordan was getting busy before Pippen. He was getting busy after Pippen got there.
So nigga, you talking about it? Oh,
that's true.
The next step, nigga. It didn't fucking matter what the fuck that nigga was doing. He needed somebody else, and who was that somebody else?
Like Everybody else.
That nigga was Pippen.
Like everybody else,
nigga. Stop playing.
Like everybody else.
Stop fucking playing me, bro. Stop.
Nigga played a whole dynasty with 4 or 5 Hall of Famers. And he's supposed to do that with a bunch of crackheads.
Get away with it, nigga.
He was supposed to do that with a bunch of crackheads.
You're not getting away with it, nigga. You're not getting away with it.
That's what Jordan was supposed to do.
You're not getting away with it. You're not getting away with it.
Bill Cartwright and them? You calling Bill Cartwright a crackhead?
I'm not sure about him, but to show the rest of them niggas.
Hey, Phil Jackson don't get no credit.
Phil Jackson gets all the credit. What you mean? They call him. They said he had to go coach.
So wait a minute. Hold on. So Big Sean and Kendrick Lamar, y'all just had a control moment. Relax. Relax, my niggas.
breathe, guys.
Breathe, my niggas. Just breathe.
Man, this is 10 years worth of these bronze-sexual guys, man. Like that shit is ridiculous, bro. The
it's been 20 years of y'all jortards with this shit, doing this bullshit.
That ain't even no real name. He made that up right now.
Nah, that's what we call y'all niggas. Y'all Joe Gamble fans. His gambling ass to stay out the casino, and he could have played them 2 years instead of being suspended. We know what it really was. He was suspended.
Joy-tards.
That's some funny.
That's some new stuff he just made up.
Joy-tards.
Oh my God.
Take that with you to the barbershop next time you debating. Call that nigga a Jortard. Fuck that.
Yeah, Marv has something to say about
Jortards is the rational basketball fans who don't forget to include context. That's what that means.
No, y'all niggas don't include. You gonna sit there and tell me that nigga had no effect. His defense had no effect, nigga. Are we dead ass, nigga? Get out of here.
The Jordan stars are the ones that act like Jordan went 82-0 his whole career.
JC.
Those are the Jordan.
I for sure ain't never acted like that. Ever.
JC. He's 6-0 in the finals, man. Those other 9 years.
I'm not finna act like LeBron just had some old regular team and had to face a bunch of teams.
That bitch nigga cried to David Stern. That's the reason why we got flagrant fouls now. Y'all call the league soft.
Nigga, because they literally doing WWF wrestling.
Y'all call the league soft.
Are you serious?
That bitch Michael Jordan.
That's basketball to you?
Is that basketball to you? Stern, but his pussy
is that basketball to you though?
I don't give a fuck. It was then. The rules ain't admit to it.
And he was still scoring 40 on it.
And losing.
He was still scoring 40
on losing. And losing.
That's what niggas talking about. And what you mean? He had final series. He averaged 43 points, nigga. So what you mean and losing?
L.
He got final series averaging over 40. Nigga, stop playing.
And losing, nigga. Tell me who was guarding him during that finals series. Huh? Tell me.
Guarding who?
Jordan. When he put up 41 that was against the Suns, correct?
He did it twice, actually.
Correct.
He did it once on Utah and once on
He didn't average 40 against Utah.
What? Well, my bad. 38.9, nigga.
You said over 40, nigga. You said over 40, nigga. No, if I can't round up 0.9 for Jokic, bitch, you're not getting it for Jordan. Fuck that nigga. I was waiting on that. Yeah, nigga. I've been waiting to use that ammo, nigga. I've been waiting.
It looked like he was waiting for that one, bro.
Yeah, he was. He had that one.
Yeah, he was.
He was waiting on that one.
He knows 40. It's all good though.
It wasn't 40. It was 38.
Nigga had 45 in the closeout game, nigga, and the game winning shot.
I don't give a shit.
Right, so it's still no closure to the whole. Marv was saying Kobe. Y'all forgot about Kobe.
I didn't even say where I had LeBron. I just didn't want to hear this ridiculous spit this nigga was spewing. I actually got Bron number 2 all the time. That's the crazy.
The fact
I would say let's not forget about Cap as well.
But the fact that the matter,
I have no. Here's the difference between me.
Stop. No.
Other new NBA
that's
fans.
My whole point. That's my whole fucking point with Jordan fans, nigga. And I said I got Jordan as the GOAT, but you said it's ridiculous for somebody.
I ain't even
to
know
think
Jordan fan.
Stop. Stop. The fact that you sit up here and say it's ridiculous that the all-time leading scorer, a nigga who's gonna fuck around and get 40K points, 10K rebounds, 10K assists, had been to fucking 8 straight finals. It's insane that he is in the GOAT conversation, that you have him as a GOAT. If somebody has him as the GOAT, that's not fucking crazy. That's just that person's opinion.
It is crazy when
it's
you
not
consider
crazy.
Context.
It's not crazy.
And I'm gonna tell you why it's crazy. Because y'all,
what context is? Name some, the only other nigga who went to 8 straight finals is Bill fucking Russell when there was 8 teams in the league. When there was 8 teams in the league. I don't give a fuck. No, I don't give a damn who was on his team, nigga. I don't
Russell was not in that conversation.
This nigga went
Everybody's
to 8 straight finals.
There wasn't no 7-footers.
8 straight finals. 8 straight finals. There's no way you gonna sit here and tell me it's insane to have this man in the GOAT conversation.
Nigga, when you stack your team in a weak conference, of course you're gonna go
in a weak
conference.
So who was competing with Jordan in the East when he had stacked his team, nigga? Who?
But how he stacked his team?
Who, nigga?
How did he stack his team? Pippen was drafted there.
Nigga, he always had 2 other all-stars with him. Nigga, fuck you mean?
Oh my
he had
God,
Pippen and Grant, and he had Pippen and Rodman, nigga. So what are we talking about, nigga? Talk to me.
And that's comparable to Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
Name another.
That's comparable to Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
Name another team in the 90s. Name another team in the 90s in the East who had 3 all-stars. I will wait.
Not about the all-stars, nigga. It's the caliber. Tyson Chandler is not on the same level as Steph Curry, nigga.
You mean
Tyson Chandler ain't on the same level as Steph Curry.
Nigga, it's 3 Hall of Famers.
Just because they're all-star don't mean shit, nigga.
It's 3 Hall of Famers. It is, nigga, it's 2 other Hall of Famers. What the hell are you talking about, nigga? What do you mean, nigga? What? What, nigga?
Because you saying, name somebody else nigga, with 3 stars from that era.
Hold on. You talk about Bosh, nigga. You talk about Bosh and Love, nigga. What about Horace Grant, nigga? Horace Grant was some hoe. Horace Grant was a bitch. Answer me.
Horace Grant never averaged 24 and 12.
What the fuck? He was putting up the same exact numbers Bosh was when he was playing in Miami.
When he got to Miami with 2 other superstars, of course his numbers gonna drop.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. You said the caliber, nigga. What the fuck was Bosh doing when he got to Miami?
What team did Horace Grant ever have to where it's like, you're the guy, take this team to the playoffs? What team did Horace Grant have like that?
He was a scrub?
None. Stop playing, bro.
He was a scrub? He was a bitch?
I didn't say he was a scrub. It's not, but there's not an in-between.
All-star now?
There's not an in-between.
All-star now, nigga? He wasn't an all-star now, nigga? I said name another team in the fucking East.
Nigga, Tyson Chandler was an all-star. Draymond Green was an all-star. Nigga, stop saying that. I said name another team in the East. Name another team in the East during Jordan's era that had 3 all-stars at the time that he did. Bro, that's irrelevant. Why are we talking about all-stars?
What are you talking about, all-stars? That proves he had a caliber of players that were good.
That doesn't. So Tyson Chandler on the same level as Steph, right? Because he made the All-Star game.
Nigga,
that's the same thing.
Oh my.
Draymond Green and Clay is the same level of All-Star.
Oh my gosh. So it don't matter. It don't matter now that he got two All-Stars as opposed to, let's say, Patrick Ewing, who might have one other All-Star, or Reggie Miller, who might have one other All-Star. Nigga.
Patrick Ewing, you would have a point, nigga.
Nigga, the only nigga, the other nigga he had was John Starks, nigga.
So Charles Oakley,
the best players in the 90s. That makes an effing difference.
You said, hold on. I know damn well I ain't hear Charles Oakley old ass at that point.
He made the All-Star in 1994. So did Starks. You said name 2 other All-Stars.
Okay,
Ewing had,
you got me. I'll take my comment back then. But nigga, so that's one time. That's one team.
Challenge in New York.
That's one team. And you said in 94, 95, right?
94. Ewing had them 2 All-Stars.
Bro, to me,
Jordan ain't even play that year.
This is a movie.
Jordan ain't even play that year.
Pretending all stars are on the same level.
So damn, ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch?
Stars are not on the same
Jordan
level,
got somebody's spot. It sounds like Jordan's got somebody's spot in that 94 year, don't it? That's what it sounds like to me. Nigga, you can't name not one other team that had 3 All-Stars at that time.
And you can't name one team in LeBron's era that had 3 players of that caliber. Not one. Not one, nigga.
You said I can't name one team?
You can't name not one team. When he got to Miami, there's not one other team you can name with those 3 caliber of players. Not a single one.
Nigga? The Celtics?
No, hell no.
The Celtics don't have 4 Hall of Famers?
Hell no. You talking about old Paul Pierce, old Ray Allen, and old Kevin Garnett, prime Bosh, prime Wade, and prime Brian.
The year
Stop
before,
playing, bro.
The year before, they just made the finals.
They still wasn't in their prime. They wasn't in their prime in 2008.
Now them niggas.
They weren't in their prime in 2008.
They taking these niggas to 6 and 7 games. Shut that shit up, man. Shut that shit up. Nigga, that's revisionist history.
You talking about them niggas in their dead smack prime.
That's revisionist history.
Now, if it was 2004, you would have a point.
That's revisionist history at its finest, nigga. That's revisionist history at its finest, nigga.
All right, bro.
That's revisionist history at its finest.
So, hey, all right, cool. Let me ask you a simple question, bro. So, if you take Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce, right, and it's 2004, is that the same 3 players as in 2008, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett?
Is that the same as 08?
Is that the same team? If you take those 3 players from 2004 and put them,
these niggas not win the fucking championship?
Matter of fact, it would be 2000. It would be 2010 because that's when he made the damn team. So you're saying that those old niggas is the same as if they would have got together in their prime?
I'm not saying, nigga. Oh, what the fuck are we talking about, nigga?
Because that's what Bron did, nigga.
What kind of question is that?
That's what Bron, Wade, and Bosh did. They were in their prime. That's my point.
What kind of dumbass question is that, nigga? Was them niggas still not making All-Star? They had 4 fucking All-Stars, nigga. And 3 Hall of Fame.
They weren't in their prime, Isaiah. So no, it's not the same thing.
They didn't have 4 All-Stars?
They weren't in their prime. Atlanta Hawks have 4 All-Stars. That's a terrible argument.
That's a terrible argument. The fucking Atlanta Hawks ain't make the fucking finals. What the fuck are you talking about?
Neither did the Celtics when Miami got together.
They made it just the year before. The reason why they didn't make the finals no more because LeBron started beating their ass, nigga, because he had got some help now.
No, because he went and stacked the deck against them niggas. That's what he did.
They ain't stacked the deck themselves, nigga. So it's cool them niggas stack the deck themselves. And then him just fuck off in Cleveland, right? Him just wither away in Cleveland. And y'all call this nigga Charles Barkley if he never won a ring. Man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Let's stop that shit, nigga. Stop.
Nigga, he didn't beat no 50 wins.
You give credit. You give Kobe credit. Rightfully so, nigga. You give Kobe credit.
He didn't beat no 50 wins.
Rightfully so, nigga. Rightfully so, nigga. Rightfully so, nigga. But you'll sit here and argue me. You'll sit here and fucking argue me that Andrew Bynum was on the level of Dwight Howard, right? You'll sit here and argue me that, right? You'll sit here and argue me that, right?
Right. He was drafted. Go ahead.
So, and he had Pau Gasol, did he not? He had Lamar Odom, did he not?
He went and got Pau, right?
So that's a garbage fucking team, nigga.
Who said that?
That's nobody, nigga.
Who said that?
That's nobody, nigga. If you putting fucking Andrew Bynum in the same echelon as Dwight Howard at that time, nigga, there's no reason for him to go out and stack the deck, nigga. His deck is already made for him, nigga.
Okay, so Bynum, you can compare it to Bosh. I'm not comparing Paul Gasol to Dwayne Wade. So there's that right there.
You got it, bro. You got it, bro.
Yeah,
You got it, bro. This shit revisionist ass history that you
not at all. Y'all be trying to make excuses.
Now all of a sudden, them niggas old as fuck.
He pulled the greatest Jedi mind trick. Oh, I don't have no help, even though I go get 2 All-Stars that average 20 and 12.
That entire time, nigga. They was competing for championships that entire time. Taking them niggas to 6 and 7 games, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck are we talking about?
Nigga, only nigga that'll stack his team and then say I ain't got no help. What type of bullshit is that?
Nigga, shut.
That's the only nigga I seen do that type of spit and get away with it. That's the only nigga.
Yeah.
At least
Jordan, the only nigga I know who done went and called the fucking enemy, just like Kevin Durant, and gotten away with it and praised for it. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Facts.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
KD got praised now?
I didn't say he got praised. I said Jordan got praised for it. I said
KD got ripped for it.
Nigga went and linked up with the enemy. Hey, bro, I need you to do the same shit you did to me, the other nigga.
Again, we're talking about KD linking up with Steph and Rodman linking up with Jordan.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Nigga, of course everybody was pissed off. You got 2 top 5 players, nigga.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
You see what I'm talking about? How y'all just leave out all context?
Yeah, leave out.
Of course, people was mad about that over Rodman going with Jordan. Rodman ain't ever been close to a top 5 player.
Was he a top 5?
What is we talking about?
Was he a top 5 defender? Is he a top 5 defender all time?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
What about defender and rebounder?
Oh, okay, nigga.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, nigga. That's what I thought. That
don't make you no top 5 player. You was great at what you did.
I didn't say that made him a top 5 player. But nigga, you gonna sit here and tell me when this motherfucker is jacking 30 shots a fucking game, he don't need a top 5 rebounder and top 5 defender, nigga? Get the fuck out of here.
30 shots a game, and he's hitting 50% of them, might I add, nigga.
Okay, you still missing 15 of them bitches.
50% is great for a shooting guard.
I don't know what
point you're trying to make.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not.
Oh, all right.
15 missed shots ain't a lot of missed shots.
No, when you making most of them, no.
Nigga, I'm not, making most of them. Making most of them would be making 60% or more. He's made half, nigga. He's made half.
He made over half, nigga.
No, nigga, he made half.
He made 49.5.
He made half.
I forgot them Wizards years knocked his spit down.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. He made half. So there and again, y'all love to discount them Wizard years when the nigga was on the court.
Yeah, because he was just playing.
Don't give a fuck. He's on the court. He's on the floor.
I've always said he ruined his legacy with that dumb spit. I've always said that, even when I was a kid.
He wasn't a bad player on the Wizards. He's average.
No, 20. He wasn't bad. It's just he knocked all the spit down.
His bald head ass couldn't even take them niggas to the playoffs. That's a damn shame.
All right, let's knock these trades out.
That's what they say about LeBron.
Let's knock these trades out. We can talk about this.
Damn, bro, you don't like bald-headed people?
Now I gotta just be devil advocate whenever it comes to Jordan, because I do the same shit in the barbershop when niggas be talking about LeBron.
You don't like bald-headed people now?
No, I love you, G. You always good. My dad bald. Matter of fact, what the picture of his ass at?
I gotta grow some hair now.
No, you good. My dad bald. I'm probably shit. G shit, nigga. If this shit start to go, if it start to thin, that bit coming off. I ain't holding.
It's time.
It's time, bro. If I gotta go bald, it is what it is.
Oh my god.
All right, let's knock these trades out. Get up out of here. The big one, KD to Phoenix, and I believe Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson was the big ones that left from Phoenix to Brooklyn. So does that change things for y'all in the landscape? As far as like, do y'all think Phoenix does it now?
No, Chris Paul's still a choker.
You mean Devin Booker?
No, Chris Paul.
And I don't have any faith in Devin Booker.
Yeah, that's the choker. Chris Paul just old.
You talking about
Chris Paul old? Devin Booker is a choker, and like you said earlier, JC, it depends if KD can even stay healthy.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That's a nasty lineup, with TJ Warren and them and over there. But everybody got to stay healthy, man.
I think they're probably the favorites, though. They should be the favorites, probably.
Yeah, they the favorites.
In the league or just on the West?
No, in the league, I would say.
What?
To me, no.
Yeah, I don't know if I go that far. So over Milwaukee?
Yeah. They got somebody, while KD, while they out there dealing with KD, with Ayton, Giannis has somebody to deal with. You know what I mean? So
they got Lopez for Ayton, Drew Holiday for Booker.
Middleton for KD, but can't nobody stop KD. So
right. I don't see. They don't have anybody for KD while Giannis is being occupied.
They definitely don't have nobody for KD, but the others, I feel they got those covered.
Ayton ain't shit, man. That nigga is ass. We saw what he did to that nigga in that first finals. A 50-piece burger in the closeout game. He gonna do that same.
The fact that Brooklyn didn't even ask for him should tell you enough. Like,
I think we
finna give you this type of player. We don't even want that nigga. We want him. We want Bridges.
Let me just say that I was right about the Nets being petty and not getting the most out of the deal for Kyrie that they could have. Because I said, as soon as Kyrie was traded, KD is out of there. Oh, no, they got these pieces so they can build around KD. And then what you said, JC, that project need to be over, right? You said that shit. You said that shit before Kyrie was even, like, for sure out of them. You said this shit need to be done. You need to trade.
Yeah, break that shit up, man.
So why the fuck? Like, what the fuck was you being that petty for? Like, to not get what you could have got the most out of that deal for? Like that.
Isaiah, it's New York, bro.
So let me ask y'all, what is Mark Cuban thinking then?
I think that he thinks he can convince Kyrie to stay.
I think Cuban, he's trying to be what you was talking about. I forgot who you was saying that about. Exactly.
Dr. Buss, when
owner that wants to be like the smartest guy in the room type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Cuban's having one of those moments where it's like, if I can get this to work with Kyrie, I'll be elevated into this conversation at the fact that I took a big gamble on a player like Kyrie and I made it work out somehow. And I think
it'll work out though. He's just recruiting right now.
I can't lie though. It's like the only two owners I really saw like who would be able to get Kyrie to re-sign and kind of, I guess you could say in this words, cooperate, if you will, would be Mark Cuban and Pat Riley. Like those are the kind of guys. Well, even though Pat Riley, he's not owner of the Heat. No, he's
not owner, but he's like head of everything.
He's up there.
Yeah, he's president of basketball operations and shit. Right. So
Don't nothing move if Pat don't approve it.
Exactly. So those two front offices.
Of the team.
Yeah, those two front offices.
Mickey Arison is Pat is giving Pat like full control. It's like the same split.
Absolutely.
Mickey's the owner, but Pat's CEO. Like he's doing the day-to-day business.
Exactly. Nobody can talk to Mickey but Pat.
The real shit, though, basically.
So let me ask y'all something. Brooklyn falling, right? What team will take that spot in the East?
Well, they playing pretty good with their new additions right now. Looking like them boys playing with
Cam Thomas was already balling.
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges,
he doing damage.
I've always felt like Bridges was heavily underrated, like heavily
he
underrated.
is.
And probably one of the more reliable players in the league. I don't think he's ever missed a game up until the other day when they traded him, which really shouldn't count. So Brooklyn has a chance to be one of those like bottom play-in type teams this year and next year, even with
because they sitting at 5 right now. You think they'll just go down a few slots?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think they
still make it in. So it's worst. Like nobody's actually taking a spot because they're going to move down, but they're still in the playoffs. Yeah. And then next year will be the test.
Right.
But they got some picks. Well, no, not next year. No, I don't think that.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
They got some. I think that with the young players that they have, and they can add because I know they got second round picks. They could possibly find some scrappy players in the second round. Would be a scrappy young team.
Honestly, in the East, outside of that top 4, there's nobody really in no real conversation. You got Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, Cleveland. That's it. Outside of that, it's we just talking for fun at that point, just to make it sound interesting. The West got a little interesting, especially with the Kyrie move, the KD to Phoenix. There was also something that I seen of apparently Memphis reportedly didn't want to part with Jaren Jackson or Desmond Bane to get KD. What y'all think about that?
That shit's stupid.
The GM or whoever didn't sign off needs to be walked out to the front of the fucking office with his stuff and fucking fired. That's what I think.
That is the dumbest shit.
Yeah, somebody should be drug tested in Memphis.
What? You held on to Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson, who shouldn't even
all
be
security and had him doing
and I've been saying, and I think I was saying last summer before the season even started, that if Memphis finds a way to get somebody like that, that's what I think they need for them to really be who people think they can be.
Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson was
a joke.
The line, that was the line drawn.
You can you can't build around Ja and KD and go from there.
Right.
Some of these, like in the NFL, you're starting to see some of these GMs get fired, bro, because the owners coming back after the fact, like, hey, why we didn't draft that guy? And they don't have no good excuse, bro. Like all the teams that passed up on Justin Fields, for example. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he got anybody fired, but I'm saying he's an example.
Shit,
or Lamar
Jefferson, another one. Shit.
Yeah. You have to explain yourself. Like, hey, man, why we picked right here? Why we didn't get that dude?
After this year, somebody on the Jets getting fired.
Why they fired him now? It'd be because of some shit like that.
Yeah, they go back to something like, hold up, wait a minute. Back in 2019,
I
remember asking
if y'all don't remember, the Eagles GM was on the chopping block for that shit for not drafting Jefferson, and he drafted Jalen. And I said that he went back and got Devontae Smith, and then went back and doubled up and got AJ Brown to make up for that mistake. So his ass wasn't out the door. That's a GM that is like, okay, I made a mistake, but I'm gonna make up for this shit. I ain't making the same mistake twice.
Sometimes some of them owners be so busy, bro, but that they don't trip off of it until somebody bring it to their attention.
Yeah.
Right.
And they call a meeting with the dude. Like, hey man,
fuck you got going.
To my attention that we could have had this dude. Like, why would we get this dude?
There was another team.
Time to do some shit like that.
There was another team that did something similar. So apparently the Clippers didn't want to part with Terrence Mann, and they could have got Van Vliet. which I feel would be like a perfect fit for the Clippers. Yeah. I feel like that's the type of point guard the Clippers can use more so than like a.
But Paul George kind of put.
I think Paul George need one of them like just efficient half court offense can shoot. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the type of point guard that fits their system. Not one of them running gun type niggas.
Fred would have been a perfect fit, but Paul George played a LeBron role. He trying to block that. He's trying to recruit Russell.
He wants Westbrook.
That's dumb though. No, I would get Fred. I would have got Fred.
That's why you don't let players play the GM game.
Exactly. Fuck that.
What y'all think about the new Lakers revamp?
I like it.
Lakers traded Westbrook for D'Angelo Russell, Vanderbilt, and Malik Beasley.
That shit was.
I was actually shocked that Lakers.
Don't forget Mo Bamba.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna forget Mo Bamba.
No, fuck him. I'll bring up Mo Bamba.
Vanderbilt and Malik.
I was playing. So, firstly, let me give a shout out to NBA vet JaMychal Green. I played him on 2K last night. He used the Clippers. I used the Lakers. I won 59-53.
That nigga got to flex that real quick.
Yeah.
And Michael Green,
because he was G shit, but he good, but he was fucking me up, bro, with that spin jumper with Kawhi and Paul George, but he kept pulling that shit, and he kept greening.
I never played a player on the play. Now I did play Monte Morris on Park, and I played Bron's son on Park.
Like that shit was surprising because I was like, this shit say JaMychal Green. I'm like, that sounds familiar. So then I looked up the name. I was like, unless somebody else got his name as they game.
I doubt it. That was probably him.
Because he wasn't talking to me, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm like, unless it had to be that nigga. It was spelled like his name, but I like the way it looked, bro. They got much more floor spacing. Like, that shit.
We got quality NBA players.
Yeah, even though D-Lo and
even though you was trashing D-Lo, nigga, I had a whole fight with you on here about him. But you know, I'm sure
because he was snitching. You was snitching. Nigga need to mind the business. But like he said last
why you bringing up old Smith?
Like he said last night, I ain't no kid no more. I'm grown man. So,
I know you ain't talking about nobody bringing up old shit,
nigga. Exactly. That nigga love to bring back some old shit. But I like the I think Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley will truly be some X factors with their play. They need to be the most consistent, I think, because Beasley's the shooter and Vanderbilt is that versatile defender that they desperately needed. And I think that if they can get consistent shooting and consistent defense out of those two players, that the Lakers' chances could really turn around because there's not much separation between them and 5, 6, 7, 8 in the West. Like it's probably 4.
So the play-in is one game in the loss column away.
Yeah,
might as well say 2. We down a dub to Portland right now.
I'm not going.
That Golden State game was big. I don't know if y'all check that out. That was
it was. It truly was. Because we were pissed off that we lost that Bucks game as well. Mr. AD, who wasn't too happy about us losing while LeBron was breaking the record, but your bitch ass out there putting up 13 and 7 in your past 2 games.
I gotta give AD his flowers though. He has them great defensive stops to seal that win for us in the Golden State.
I know. I'm saying I was talking about
he made up for
those two. This past game, okay, that last 2 games, bro. You can't lie, bro. There was multiple plays during both of those games where I saw him.
No, for sure. I mean, but it's like at this point, it's what I expected. AD. I know he's soft. I know he ain't got that. I know he's not who we thought he was going to be. So I think the fact that I've accepted it, I'm not as hard on him no more because I've accepted that that's what we got.
It's just me, bro. Like,
I mean, he's fantastic.
He's fantastic. When he's rolling. But I learned he didn't have no heart when we played Houston in the bubble back in 2020, and they didn't have a single player over 6'7" on their team, and this man was still standing out at the 3-point line every play. Can you imagine Tim Duncan playing a team with no player taller than 6'7"?
You know,
Tim Duncan was the last of them dudes, though.
You know what's crazy though? I was listening to an interview.
Tim Duncan was the last of them dudes.
Kenny the Jet Smith, and he was talking about
but that's what they saying AD's supposed to be. Remember, like AD was supposed to be that next.
Hold on. So listen, I was talking. Kenny the Jet Smith was talking about Hakeem to this dude, and Hakeem, he was talking about like how skilled Hakeem was and stuff, and they was asking could he play in this era and shit. He was like, hell yeah, people think that he was only a the basket dude, but Hakeem was like one of the best mid-range shooters too. And he was like, when we be at practice, he would shoot like have shooting contests with me, and he make like 5 out of 8, 6 out of 8. And I asked Hakeem in the game, like, why won't you shoot threes like in the game? And he was like, there's only 3 players who can really compete with me. Everybody else I just kill. He was like,
exactly.
Ewing and who was the other one? Shit, I can't remember who the other one was. Shaq, Ewing, and damn,
who else
I
was
can't
at
think.
that time?
But David Robinson, there we go. David Robinson, that's who it was. And he was like, those are the only guys I got to step back and really get funky with the ball with. And like, like when he was crossing over.
And he did.
Yeah, he did. He was like, the rest of them guys, I'm finna go straight back to the basket and just quick bucket. Let's go back.
And that's what AD should have did in that playoffs. That's what he should be doing every night.
Dream. I was just watching the 30 for 30 Fox Mama Jamma before
and I more so think that's what Hakeem was talking about when he was mentioning Embiid pulling up at the 3. Like, not necessarily you taking those threes, but like you taking them a little bit too often. Because sometimes, me and you getting arguments about Embiid and Jokic. I fucking love Embiid, bro. That nigga is tough as shit, bro. He could average 35 and 15 every fucking night if he went out there and just did it. But like, just sometimes after he hits like 1 3, he kind of gets enamored with that pick and fade out instead of pick and roll and head to the basket where your bread and butter really is at.
It's a disease that a lot of the big men have. Certain
niggas, D, like he said, like Embiid, like AD, you should have that mentality, like what he just said, Hakeem said. It ain't but like 2, 3 of y'all that can really like give me some type of trouble. Everybody else should be barbecue chicken every single time you come down that damn court. Every single time. You should already be down there getting in position every single time, and it should be an easy 2 points at minimum. Yeah. Unless they come trample you and the shooter just
like G shit. It may sound like I'm just coping for Jokic here, but like I said, every time I see that nigga have a guard on him, he jets straight down to that block, not nowhere else, not that wing. I'm going straight to the block. Give it to me. They're going to come with a double. Either I'm kicking it out or going straight up with it. And I'll just be like, bro, like, Embiid does it too. Embiid does it most of the time. But AD, that nigga, why are you going out to the wing, bro? You are completely.
Bro, he infuriates me with that.
Like, that shit.
Because I know what he's capable of.
I will even say back in the bubble, Isaiah, it was a couple times where Jokic even took AD down there into deep water and drowning to the point where Vogel countered with Dwight Howard. Bro,
yeah, he had to go put Dwight in there.
Yeah,
AD was playing like a bitch.
Absolutely.
And I'm sitting up there looking like I'm looking like Jokic ain't no scrub.
Jokic was a little too big down there for AD.
I'm looking like Jokic ain't no scrub, but he made you look like wallpaper. Like he legit, like you said. Took you and put you
right over the top of him.
Put you right under the basket where you couldn't hardly jump and dump it right in there.
Yeah, they had to counter with
Jokic is like one of them players to where like when you looking at him, it don't really like look like much, but I could tell like the niggas that's actually guarding him, they probably like what the hell do I do type shit. Like how, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's probably a lot like harder than just what it seems like on the surface, because I'm looking. Sometimes I look. It's as simple as like, damn, like just get your hands up or just block this.
It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, like the way I could tell by the way that he's getting his spit, like he's really a full load. But just like outside looking in, it's like, damn, it looks like it should be simple. Like just stop it.
Just get in front of him, right?
Yeah. But I could tell, like, if I was actually guarding him, then that's when I would understand. Like, oh, like, okay, like. That's why y'all be struggling like that.
Yeah. I mean, he's huge. Let's be honest.
Like,
and he's probably a lot stronger than he looks.
Yeah,
like he didn't turn more muscle in the last like 4 or 5 years.
That's the thing about it with players like him and Luka, who are slower, less athletic. For some reason, you cannot speed them up. You try to speed them up, but you cannot, and you try to make them not get to their spots. Pace. Exactly. They know where their spots are at. Like they know exactly where they're at. They sit up there. You count. You be like, okay, I know where they spot at. I'm not gonna let them get there. And then by the time you look up, they still done got to their fucking spot. And you like, how the fuck did you get here? And they putting it in the bucket. It's just that they have that they playing chess while everybody else out there playing checkers. Like they have an IQ level of a LeBron James, of a Kobe Bryant, of a Michael Jordan to see the floor and like know how to maneuver their bodies and what they can do to exactly get to where they need to be at on the floor. And it's impressive.
Guarding Luka is kind of like guarding Kelsey in football. It's like, what do you do with him? You put a fast guy on there and try to speed him up and turn him over. He'll just big man that guy, back him down.
Mm-hmm. And I ain't just
put a bigger, stronger guy on him. Then he just goes around that guy. So,
right. And I ain't just saying this as a Rams fan, but Cooper Kupp is another one that be out there like super slow, but you be like, damn, like how this nigga end up wide effing open? Like he ain't super quick or got them. You know what I'm saying?
Cooper Kupp is a Swiss Army knife, man. Yeah, he is just dangerous everywhere.
Cooper Kupp
he's just dangerous everywhere, man.
Cooper Kupp is Danny Amendola, Wes Welker, Hunter Renfrow on crack, like times 10. That's
he's a bigger, faster version of those guys. Yeah,
like that's what I'm saying. Like even though he's not as fast as let's just say Tyreek, Justin Jefferson, and all of them.
Right? No.
His maneuvering and his route running, bro, that
finding them little soft spots.
And he's in the slot. He's in the slot, so it's tough to get your hands on those slot guys.
But even when he's not in the slot, though, he could just run straight and still burn the nigga out. Like I said, he's just too dangerous, man.
Indeed.
But I think
I don't know what it is with them white unathletic players, man. They be figuring out.
Hold on. It's like you mentioned though. I think it's honestly because
he's very much an athlete.
It's because these European guys grow up playing soccer. And I don't know if many of y'all watch soccer or not, but like one of the things is getting behind your player and seeing the entire field. Like Cristiano Ronaldo, the reason why he's so good is his spatial awareness. He knows where everybody is at every point in time on the field, just like a Jokic and Luka. They know exactly where they are at. And when they thinking of one move, they're not just thinking of one move. They thinking of 99 moves all at once that, okay, if I make this move and they counter, here's what I need to do. If they counter that, I counter with this, I counter with that, I counter with this. And then it's just crazy. Like they legit got a supercomputer of basketballs like working in their brain and stuff, from utilizing elements of soccer to like that spatial awareness of soccer because of how big that pitch is for soccer. And then you shrink it down to basketball. Now I only got to worry about 5 and 5. Oh, this shit is easy.
Right.
Like this shit is easy money.
Yeah.
So Isaiah, I know me and you for sure was here, but I asked about James Wiseman on our prediction episode. If he was a bust or not. And now he then got officially traded finally to Detroit. So now is it officially fair to say that this man is a bust at this point?
Right now it's safe to say he a bust unless he has some resurgence in Detroit that I haven't seen. It's just like, bro, you done like at first it was the injury, okay. Then now it's like you need to work your way back. Okay. I gave you a chance with that, but now, like last year,
it seemed like we've been singing that same song.
Last year, bro, they would have won that finals with or without you, brother. Like, no offense, but like, because granted, you make more money than I do. Shit, you ain't no bust at life, but in the NBA,
as far as what the terminology for that is,
yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm sorry, unless
we've called niggas that have done more busts. You know what I'm saying at this point.
I.e., the biggest one that everybody loved to name, Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown that did more than
right, exactly. Exactly. And he did
Kwame that at least had a season where he averaged double digits. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So shit.
Kwame got picked first.
Yeah, it's just the fact that he was the first.
I mean, he got picked second. Like, it was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If we go down the list of the players he was taking over.
Yeah, the NBA people are the worst at drafting. They suck.
I agree.
I think it's just the NBA is harder to draft for, because so much stuff got to go a certain way for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have a player go to one place versus another, and it'd be a whole different trajectory for the rest of their career. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Paul George doesn't land on Indiana when he does, and Granger gets hurt when he does, who's to say if he would have went to New Jersey like he originally was supposed to, if that goes the same way? You know, it's so much stuff that, you know what I'm saying, got to go a certain way.
I guess, but a lot of guys, like when you say like about the Wiseman kid, and you go through a list of people that got passed up, and it's looking at him playing the league for a couple of years, it was like, damn, y'all didn't see this.
Yeah,
you know.
But when you're thinking, if you're thinking at the time, they just like, well, sometimes they go too much on we need a fit rather than I'm gonna just take the best player available right now. And I think Wiseman was a fit pick.
Yeah, because at that time they needed a center.
I think they go equally as hard on potential in the NBA, especially when they get those one and doners in the high school. You know, they
think of what this player could be.
Yeah, you know
what I'm saying, more so than what I've seen thus far. You're right.
I mean, it's
like,
not
what am I going to get out of this guy year one? They don't really think.
Yeah, it's not like Wiseman don't have the tools to be a good NBA player. It's just for some reason it ain't been put together. I don't know what. Sometimes it just don't happen.
You can get drafted in the NBA in the first round and not really.
But Isaiah, it's kind of like what Chef said, though. He said the reason why he really calls him a bust is because it makes it worse for him, because it ain't even like he was in a situation where they're depending on you to be the franchise guy, savior, or nothing like that. All you had to do really was defend and rebound. Do your exact role perfectly for what the Warriors needed, and you didn't even do that for them.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what makes it so much worse. Usually number two, they're expecting you to turn some things around.
Yeah.
I guess another one is so y'all seen Thomas Bryant got traded, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted y'all thoughts on this, because this was kind of weird, because apparently he requested that. That's what was reported. He requested that trade because he felt like once Anthony Davis comes back, he wasn't going to be getting the same playing time. But he got traded to Denver. Which, you know, who's over there?
Nigga definitely ain't getting no playing time.
So
he just shot himself in the foot, pretty much.
Like, huh?
He shot himself in the foot.
That's one of them be careful what you ask for type moments, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what be happening with these players, man.
Yeah.
Guess they must have thought he was gonna get shipped to the Wizards or some shit.
That's where he came from.
I know. That's what
he was like, nigga, I was getting like 17-7 over there.
Exactly. I guess he thought, no, nigga. Here you go. Go sit down in Denver.
And they still probably playing DJ over him, because I just was watching him the other night. They really using Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan getting PT?
Yeah. He's in rotation right now. He been doing pretty cool too, like as far as what they asking him to do. They trying to give him like that Dwight Howard on the Lakers role. Not the first time, the second time.
Hey, shout out my nigga DeAndre.
And then I think that's it as far as the big stuff. I think Memphis is underrating or undermining vet presence, because they traded Danny Green after sitting there waiting for him to heal. And as soon as he got healthy, they traded him. He had a buyout, and I believe he went to Cleveland now.
Yeah, he did.
So,
and is that what the Clippers are waiting to do with Russ?
Eric Gordon went back to the Clippers, the team that drafted him, if people remember. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of Lob City. It was Blake, Baron Davis, and Eric Gordon. And then that was what attracted the Chris Paul era and all that. Eric Gordon went to New Orleans. So we'll see.
I remember going to a Clipper game at Staples when they had Eric Gordon. He was lights out for them.
Yeah. He was. I think he was like 23 games the year before.
Yeah. You couldn't leave him open. That was your ass.
Yeah. He like evolved into like a 6-man 3-point type guy. He was supposed to be the Clippers guy when he was over there. It was him and Blake. That was supposed to be
never
their
really
little
gave the effort on the other end. It was his problem.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. He could have been a starter in the league for a long time, but he wasn't interested in guarding anybody.
I think that's it as far as
yeah, he rated shooter up.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's it as far as the stuff that matters. I found it funny that Philly didn't want to trade Thibault for James Harden, but then traded him to the Blazers for Josh Hart. I thought that was interesting.
What?
Or no, not Josh Hart. It was somebody else that they got for him. But yeah, Philly didn't want to trade Thibault for James Harden when he was on Brooklyn still. But then they just traded him to the Blazers for like basically nothing. They said Thibault was untouchable at the time.
Oh goodness. Shit change every day.
And then so Westbrook got traded to Utah. They're trying to figure out if they're going to do a buyout or not. If they decide to do a buyout, is there a team that y'all feel like Westbrook would fit on to where he can like actually help? Or do y'all think it don't matter?
I thought y'all said he was trying to get back to the Clippers.
Paul George wants him back on the Clippers. Or Paul George wants him on the Clippers. I don't think the Clippers are a good fit personally. I don't. I don't think that's where he, like, if he does go somewhere, I don't think he fits with what they trying to do.
But you need a point guard over there, though. You just traded Wall back to Houston.
Yeah, but, bro, John Wall is a bum. They need
a
certain type of point guard.
What point guard you got over there, though?
Yeah, but they need a certain type of point. Like I said, they need more of like a Van Vliet. I think even Reggie Jackson was a better mold of like the type of point guard. They don't need like a run and gun, necessarily 10 assists a game. They just need somebody to kind of help keep things in control and manage the game for Kawhi.
At this point,
because he's good at that. So
it don't like you just said, it don't matter for us. Fuck him.
Damn. I ain't gonna say F him, bro.
I mean, you ain't gotta say it. I'm saying it. Fuck
I feel like Russ gets too much hate. Like, I didn't like how he did in OKC. I didn't like the shot checking and him not acknowledging that you had a 4-time scoring champ on your team and using him the way you should have. I didn't like that. But one thing I can never question Westbrook about is that he plays like every second, like it's game 7 of the finals when he on the court. You can't never question his effort.
Yeah, he plays hard. No, and there was a time when he was a great player, but he hit a sharp decline. And he's still decent, don't get me wrong.
I think Denver's a good fit for him, if anybody. But other than that, yeah, it really don't matter. Denver or maybe like New Orleans or something. But that's pretty much it, man. It was a big shakeup. We'll see what's yet to come within these next within this next month or so. And the league's wide open right now. I don't think I've seen this much parity in a long time. So we shall see.
Lake's trying to make it to that play-in, baby.
That's the thing, though. If we do find a way to get up in that spot, it really ain't nobody that's just super scary like that, to where it's like, oh, you don't want to see them first round. You automatically going home. There's no team I look at like that on the West right now.
Yeah. That's what they looking at right now. When they come back from the break, play in. Trying to get there.
It's crazy. I talked all that spit about the play in, but yet here I am probably gonna be
digging for that.
Look at him. Yeah,
he pulling for
just get 9 to 10 seed, nigga. That's all we need.
Remember last year he was like, "Fuck that! If you didn't make 8, then you don't get in." Yeah.
Hey, I might as well enjoy it while it's here, right?
Take
advantage of it.
I'm feeling the play in, man. Let them play in.
Right.
Keep them dudes on their toes, man. They don't you know what it do? It keep teams from letting up at the end of the year. That's what it does.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the purpose of it, yeah.
And that's what it actually does too. They
And you told me that too. You was like, well, nigga, 10C should lose then, if it's that simple.
Yeah, right. You should get there, immediately lose. Shit.
Right.
No harm, no foul. Yeah, but play it. I hear you talking about we gonna rewind that one. Let me go play that one back.
Yeah. Bring that shit back. Right. Make sure you bring that shit for the blooper episode, nigga.
Yeah. But all right, y'all, it's NBA time, man. So let's gear up, get ready. You know what I'm saying? This is the bittersweet moment. Football is over, but football is also just beginning, because now we get into all the, you know what I'm saying, getting our rosters right.
Shit, the way this season went.
Oh yeah, I know y'all two niggas is
I'm happy to season
I bet y'all have a totally different tone this prediction episode.
Nope, I'm coming with the same bullshit. On the same.
I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna tone it way down.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm toning my shit back, way back. Boy, I might fuck around and predict 6 wins next year, boy.
If Rodgers go there, y'all niggas gonna have a different tone.
Make sure y'all available too. We still got to do the prediction recap episode.
Shit, let me know. I want to be on there.
We're gonna get Rodgers and be right back on here talking about 13 wins again.
Nah, I was watching some of it. I was watching some of it already, and it was some shit. So we gonna see. But yeah, thank y'all for pulling up the way y'all have been. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's take the furthest extent. Happy to have our brother Marvin Coop back, man. Keep him prayed up. As well as my other brothers, Isaiah Anthony, Big Rangu, man. Yeah, let's see y'all next week, man. Finally came to a conclusion. Go Lakers, go Rams, go Dodgers. Peace.
Go Dodgers, pictures and catchers report.